And I remember Mark Torres popped up in that space, and the first thing he said to us is, "I smell fear in the room." And here we are, and the season is still not over, and you guys are talking about whether you like your new head coach. Cheers, Mark Torres.
Wow, damn, Dale.
He's
That's
such an
talk about holding a
asshole.
receipt.
It's like the
Mark,
naked
you
You've been
want?
gun
preparing
30,
that speech for a
naked
long
gun
time,
'Em? Yeah, I
Dale.
33 and
know.
a half.
Well
Mark,
written.
go ahead. Go ahead, Mark.
Uh, I'm glad your GM heeded my advice and added another receiver. I'm also glad that Joe Brady found a way to turn Josh Allen into something other than a turnover machine. So I wish you the best in the playoffs. Although I'm not expecting a great outcome for you guys, but we'll see.
I mean,
I still
didn't
love
you
that
have us
line,
missing the
Legion of
playoffs,
Twos.
Mark?
No. See, this is where I have the problem. Like folks remember that part, but they forget that I had the Bills coming in second in the division. And my only point, the other point that I made was that with the I was not as far as June on your team. I said with the loss of your number one and number two weapons, now there's more pressure on Joe Brady and there's more pressure on Josh Allen to play. But I was not concerned about your defense because I knew Sean McDermott could handle that side of the team. And man, oh man, has Joe Brady done incredible things this year. That's the most, in my opinion, that's the most important guy on your team. And when he leaves, like that's when I'm super curious to see what happens then. That's
Well, I
all.
know, I know. It
I
seems
wonder if he
like
is going to leave.
I know it seems like it's been a long
I
time,
would take him in a
and I
heartbeat.
may have been holding on to that for a while. But the thing is, you see, all season long, June's been around for us to be able to let him know how great his takes were. We just haven't been able to find you, Mark.
Oh, so now I'm hiding
Such
under the
an
mattress?
ass.
That's the accusation? We're getting personal? Okay.
Yo, yo.
Uh, Dale, sometimes I mean I know you wish I was at your beck and call, but sometimes you have other priorities in life outside of being on the X
Well,
Spaces
here's the
having
problem. Here's the
having
problem,
people
Mark, is
hold you
I was
accountable.
prepared to show up and take my lashings if I was wrong, but my team has me getting ready to watch the AFC Championship this week with excitement. So unfortunately, that's not a thing.
Wow.
You
So
know, I'm glad that Baltimore found a way to lose that game for you,
second
so that
base.
this way it wasn't the constant cycle of stomping
Mark, go
teams in
ahead.
the
Keep
wild
going,
card
Mark.
and
Go
then
ahead.
falling short. I understand, but listen, now you're going to have a team that the refs actually like more than your team. I'm very curious to see what happens in this battle.
I hope your coach works out.
He's such an
Let's talk
asshole,
about.
Joe.
Thank you for. No, he's fine. Listen, thank you for pivoting back to Aaron Glenn, which is what I came here to talk about this morning. I'm wondering if Aaron Glenn could be successful in year one. And I think about two areas where the team fell short last year. One
The
is
Bills are going,
accountability and penalties.
Mark. The Bills are going to the Super Bowl, Mark. Just die on the sword.
Yo,
Yeah, great for them.
Dale shows violence, and he's got a
Just die on the sword.
beaming fucking smile the whole time he's talking. Man, his smile is fucking
All right, let me know when we
ear to
come back
ear.
next week.
Hey,
And you
Buckeye,
think
listen,
and
I'm
you
Buckeye.
think
I'm
Joe
not gonna
Brady
lie
is more
though.
important?
The thought of that
You
Arturo
hold Dale,
Fuente
wait a
Opus
second.
X and Mikhail and
Dale,
AT
wait a
gives
second.
me a bigger smile.
You think that Joe Brady's more important than Josh Allen? Are you out of your mind?
Did you look at the
Josh
stat
Allen's the
line
most
last game?
important person on that.
Brown, I'm pretty
Josh Allen.
sure if the Bills beat the Chiefs, I'm going to be looking at Joe Brady's play. He's done a spectacular job this year.
It's
Yeah, he's
Allen,
like
Mark.
he's not.
Josh.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
listen, I'm going to give Josh Allen, to
Irvin
me,
Lyon's been balling out. The
Josh
play
Allen
calling's been much
elevated.
better.
Josh Allen is a beast, man. Like
Well,
Joe
Petey,
Brady definitely helped.
Since this got brought up, can I give my take on this? Because I thought Dog. I don't know if you know Dog, the Bills fan.
Yeah,
He
of
always is
course I
ready for
do.
more and has the fire ass takes to pump us up. But I thought he said an incredible thing that I agree with. Watching that Ravens game, it reminded me of us. The Ravens reminded me of us a couple years ago playing against the Chiefs. Whereas not only did they make mistakes and we played clean and controlled the ball and got away with our game plan, but I think epically the Ravens made a mistake that nobody's talking about. Let's just say that they catch that 2-point conversion. They left 1:30 and 2 timeouts for Allen. And if you
Oh
don't
yeah,
think
Dale. I never got
that
a
wasn't the
chance.
game, I don't know what to
Yeah,
tell you. You haven't
Dale.
watched
I
enough
never got a
quarters.
chance to debate you on that in the other space. You can't listen. The chances are good
Hey,
that would
Dale.
have happened, but you can't tell me that they would have scored.
Well, Dale,
You can't prove that for a fact.
take away.
Petey,
Hold
the
on, Petey.
chances were likely
Petey,
high
Petey,
Yes, go
if
ahead.
you
Petey.
just watch
Let's
Yes,
keep
Josh
it
it a
Allen
buck.
over the
was.
last 4 years.
Let's all keep it a
And
buck
then
here.
Wait, you're
after
banking on score? Oh my god!
wait,
If
C Web, 1 sec. After you're done, Dom, because Dom was in
I,
line. I
all I was
want
gonna
Dom
say
to
is
get
if
up.
those
Go ahead, C Web.
if the Ravens didn't turn the ball over 3 times, that game is completely different. It's a blowout.
I don't know if it's a blowout, but it was a big factor.
Yeah, we'll never know.
Why did they turn it over 3 times, guys?
Pretty cool of the Bills Mafia donating that 60,000 fundraiser for Mark Andrews charity. I thought that was pretty cool.
That's what we do,
Very
bro.
cool.
Like that fan base
No
called
doubt.
us racist for 3 weeks, and we donate to their charities. That's how we do.
Hey, Dale,
Congrats, that was
quick
awesome.
question for you. So there was a guy that used to be on Baltimore radio around here, Jerry Coleman. And I know they played his message before the game. What happened with that? Do you remember
Well,
it? And I don't, you
here's
don't
the
need to.
funny thing, Mark. His mother died in a previous playoff battle that he was talking shit against us,
That's
Hi,
Neil.
Mark.
and
Hi, Mark.
we donated to his charity as well, only for him 2 years later to call us the city of losers. But whatever.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
so back
all
in
right,
back in
guys.
2012. Oh, sorry. I was going to just say real quick. 2012, I had a show on Fridays on Drive Time on CBS in Baltimore, and he was the kind of guy that was like the gatekeeper for Baltimore sports, and he was a complete ass to me and to the guy that I did was a co-host with, Jerry Coleman. He is not well liked in this town.
I just had a question for the room. Why would Woody hire a coach without a GM? It makes no sense. If you're trying to create culture and lockstep a coach with a GM, how do you hire a coach before a
I
GM?
think he was worried about losing them to the Saints.
Agreed.
Yep.
Yep.
But now
And I think also,
now you're limited in who
okay.
you hire as a
Good point.
GM. As
I
this guy
see,
has to
Webb.
be
I
a
see
lot.
what you're saying about limitations, but I think one of my concerns with the 33rd team being in charge of the search was that it would be a first-time marriage between the GM and the head coach, and the Jets have gone through that, and with disastrous results. I have no problem if Aaron Glenn's got a relationship with the GM that they bring in if it's a capable GM candidate. Now, if they take a splash on someone that Glenn thinks is qualified that clearly isn't, that's when you have a problem. But no one's going to
Who
care
are
if they win
favorites
games.
that you guys know of right now?
What?
Newmark.
Yeah,
Okay.
Newmark and Mark. They're bringing in 2 other guys today.
Hey, Petey,
So,
you would agree though that it's time to get a GM because the draft is like 90
well,
days away.
yeah, but yeah, they do
You got
have
it's
Phil Savage, but he's been around forever. But I wonder if they keep Savage on the staff. I would think
No.
they would, but guys,
they have
anyway,
to start.
1 second. At about 9:40 or so, Antoine Staley will join. So Antoine will
Oh,
come in
very
to talk
good.
about Aaron Glenn. So
Petey, you're on fire
listen,
this week, Petey.
yeah, all good, man. Tomorrow I have a Detroit beat writer coming on 2 in the morning to talk about Glenn. So listen, man, I enjoyed the conversation. Dale, you drive me nuts with the Bills, but I love it, man. I'll talk to you any day of the week, Dale. Let me get to Dom real quick and then back to C Webb. Did Dom leave? Oh no, Dom left.
I
Yeah, I
think
don't
he's
see him.
gone.
He'll come
All
back.
right, all right. I don't know the decorum, please. So can somebody help? C Webb, go ahead again if you want, and then
No,
office
all
and
good. I
coach.
mean,
It
um,
is
I
is
just wanted to have the conversation around GM and kind of expectations of this offseason of how you guys build on what you guys, whether you're tearing it completely apart
Oh, C
or,
Webb, this is right up my alley. So I've
yeah,
been fighting with But June. The fan base doesn't like that I want Rodgers back. I don't care. I'll take him back, and I think the Jets can be competitive this year. Now everybody's saying, "Oh, 8, 9 wins."
can you be competitive and
What?
can he bridge you to the next guy?
Well,
no.
that's what I'm saying. That people don't think so, and I think fans are not giving Glenn a chance, and I think that's not the way I roll. but that's cool.
See, Webb, think about something. If you win 8 games, 9 games, and miss the playoffs, you're not in position to get one of the upper echelon draft draft picks the following year. So it doesn't pay to be mediocre.
But also, these guys are ego driven, where they can still feel like they can plug and play guys, whether it's in the middle of the first, the second, third. The draft starts in the third round.
No question.
So
But I mean,
regardless of if you have a top 5 pick, or you got to find talent, and
you,
that's where I could disagree. Where maybe the front office feels that they
Yeah.
can plug and play, be
Did anybody
competitive.
see that? Yeah, C Web, did you see that video with Newmark where the Lions took that guy in the third round? Somebody traded up. I don't know if anybody saw that video. What's the guy's name? Joseph? Not Joseph.
Kirby Joseph.
Yeah, they wanted him badly, and he's been a starter since they drafted him. So that's what the Jets need to hit on. I agree with you, man. They got to
okay,
start
so
hitting on these older guy, later round guys because we
okay,
don't
so
usually hit on that.
so I got a question for you. Of the 4 teams that's still in the playoffs right now, which one of their quarterbacks wasn't taken in the first round?
Uh, Jalen Hurts.
Okay, and he was a project.
Well, they had Carson Wentz,
Who was who
So
was who was
um,
who
You
was
could
the
argue Josh
who was the
Allen
second pick?
was a project. He was taken in the first round.
was he? He was looking in the first round.
yeah,
Yeah, he's a
Josh
first round
Allen
talent.
was.
June,
Uh, uh,
Jaden
okay,
June,
Daniels.
so once again, that's my point. Like you got to take him in the first round.
June.
Quarterback is a whole different
Where was Mahomes
conversation.
taken?
In the first
June,
round.
where
12th,
was Mahomes taken?
12th,
He was taken
He
10th.
was taken
He was
10th.
taken 10th.
12th or 10th. All right, I'm wrong.
He was
I
taken
thought it
10th.
was,
But the
yeah,
freaking Chiefs moved up from like the 28th spot. What
Right.
about Josh Allen? Where was he taken?
He was
7th.
taken
And
in the
they
top.
moved up
Right.
too.
They was.
Seventh. Okay.
They.
And
So
Buffalo
you can
traded
get
up
a
as well.
quarterback anywhere, June.
But my
Yeah, but
whole.
Brown, it's
You
not.
get
No,
a
I don't agree with that. How you find the next guy? How?
The way
Right.
you
Like.
find
you got to
this is the
identify
problem.
Not in
him.
this draft.
Hold and
Thank
it may
you.
not be in the next draft too, Neil. From what everyone, all the draft experts coming in are telling us, these are two top heavy quarterback drafts coming in, and
Right.
with not a lot of talent. I
Right.
am guys. I am done playing for the draft. I don't understand the rationale behind it. I think you build your team, get the GM right, get the right, and then when you find the quarterback you really, your GM is like, this is definitely the guy. You'll find ways to move up to get him. You may have to give up assets, but then you give up assets for a franchise guy. But this idea that you want to just blow season after season and
Well, and Mark,
squander
you also have to have the
whatever
right
grace
system for a
period
quarterback,
Glenn
right? Like
has, like I don't understand
let's
this. Sorry, what's that, Neil?
I can't
I
hear
think
you.
I think we lost him.
He probably got a phone call.
Yo, June, I think we lost him. Riverside, motherfucker.
Yo, go to office and then coach and then Dan. Office, what's
What
up,
up?
man? Good
What up,
morning,
office?
brothers.
Excuse my language, guys.
but he, Lamar
Man,
Lamar
I
Jackson
think
threw
Eric
four
Glen's
picks.
going to.
I'm sorry.
Damn, no, Neil, we lost you, man.
Oh, I'm here.
We didn't know you were still
Oh,
talking.
I'm sorry. I was just gonna say Lamar Jackson threw four picks in his last college game and looked like crap. And Bill Polian said he looked like he was going to be a running back. Like, I love elite traits, and I think if you have a good coaching staff, you can mold them. Jalen Milrow has the ability, I think, and talent to be another Jalen Hurts type player. You just need a good coaching staff around him to get that out of him. If you put him in a disastrous situation, that's what a lot of bad teams do to young quarterbacks, and that's why they fail. Like, no quarterback can do it on their own, and having a good, well-coached team and a scheme and a plan for a player, it's paramount when you do it with these young quarterbacks. They're not going to sit anymore with a clipboard like we used to see. I think that's a lost art. Like, I think year one should be hold the clipboard, absorb everything around you. But, I do
Agreed.
think this is not the year for the Jets to look quarterback, at least in round one. But if they're in round two and a guy like Milrose on the board, man, like, those legs are special, man. Like that's just my opinion, but you're right, Mark. It's a crapshoot. Like if it was as easy as saying we have a top 5 pick, a quarterback's going to be great. Every team in football eventually would have an elite quarterback, but there's 4, right? 5. So it's a tough thing. But Aaron Glenn, in New York, Ben Johnson in Chicago, it doesn't matter. Mike Vrabel in New England. All these coaches' success is going to be tied to what they get out of the quarterback position in some shape, form, or fashion. You need to have a good to great quarterback to be competitive in today's NFL.
But Neil, wouldn't you
Wait,
say it's fair
C
that
Web, one
a
sec.
lot of these?
Jarek and Juice, I'll get you up. Just hang on, guys. We got requests. Go
PD,
ahead,
I can
C Web.
drop, buddy.
Sorry about
I
that.
was going to say a lot of these guys,
All right.
like Jalen Hurts, fell to the second round, and with a little bit of luck, finding a better team with a better roster, with offensive line play around them, with a situation, that's how these guys, whether it's Jalen Milroe or whoever, find success or get lucky. Being drafted to teams that don't have the situation or can't build the situation is what ultimately kind of goes to their demise. They're
Yeah,
not. I'm not gonna say they're not talented enough. There's too many variables that are against them for them to develop and have success if they're going to these worser teams, if you'd say,
yeah,
or worser situations
yeah.
that they can't overcome.
And PD,
It's not like this is Andrew Luck that has the intangibles to be good wherever he goes.
Yeah, and PD, I'll,
Yeah.
I'll drop, but just to say that it's ironic to me though, and that's a fair point. But the teams that find the Jalen Hurts, the Eagles, teams that find the Lamar Jacksons, the Ravens, the teams that find the Patrick Mahomes, because remember, Mitch Trubisky went before Mahomes. The teams that find Josh
Ugh.
Allen, these are the top franchises in the league. They have the top front offices in the league. There's no, it's not coincidence that these are the teams finding those type of players. Like that's, the Eagles might have, a top 3 front office in the league. Same with the Chiefs, same with the Ravens. Like these front offices, not only do they identify the players, but they build a infrastructure around those players that breeds success. And it's not to say that those players aren't talented, but a good environment is a young quarterback's best friend. You know,
Exactly.
look at the Dolphins, for example, and I don't want to make this Dolphin, but like Tua, like his first years with Brian Flores, we had a piss poor offensive line. Our starting wide receivers were Isaiah Ford and Devontae Parker. We had no running game. And, we drafted this kid number 5 overall, and he got his brains beat in early in his career. And it's happened ever since. We added receivers, we got better production, but it might be a little too late in that form and fashion. Like it's you got to build a good organization before
Yep.
you start getting the players, and that's I for Jets, I'm hopeful that for you guys that Aaron Glenn is that building block.
Yep. Neil, you're always welcome in here. Thanks, man. Good to
Yeah,
hear
you
from
guys
you,
have a good
man.
day.
You too, man. Uh,
Office.
all right. Go ahead, guys. Sorry, guys. If you're waiting, I'll get you up. Be patient. All right.
Office Coach Dan.
Yep.
I'll
Office.
hang tight. Let those
What
two
up?
new guys go first, Gene. I appreciate
All
it,
right.
brother. Let coach and
Coach. Coach.
yep.
Coach.
Coach has been a
Thank you, sir.
regular. What up, Coach?
Coach is my
What's
Welcome
good,
guy.
in.
Come on,
fellas?
Coach.
Good
Come on,
morning.
Bro,
Coach.
I just came up here to say, June, I want you to let that pipe dream go about y'all getting Justin Fields, good brother.
Give me
You running
Justin,
it.
brother. Come
You're
on,
running
brother.
it back. You're running it back with Aaron Rodgers, okay?
Nah, don't
Or
do
you're
that.
or you're
Don't
or
do
you're
that.
drafting a quarterback.
Don't
You're
do
not
that.
getting Justin.
No,
Yo,
don't do
yo,
that, bro.
Coach,
Come
it's
on.
called RIB. RIB. Run it back.
Run it
No,
back. Run it back, June.
no, bro. No,
I have a
no,
question for
no.
Coach. I
Go
want
ahead,
to talk
Mark.
about Justin Fields for a second in the
Yes,
Steelers.
yes. Let's talk about
Talk to
Justin
me,
Fields,
Mark.
Mark.
Talk to me,
I'm
Mark.
just curious. So who is the hotshot OC for the Steelers that is going to revitalize Justin Fields' career?
Arthur
That's my
Smith.
first question.
Arthur
And
Smith.
does
I mean, Arthur
and
Smith ain't got hired yet.
well, okay. And here's my other question, I guess. So Mike Tomlin didn't give Justin Fields a lot of run last year. Does Tomlin believe in Justin Fields, or does Justin Fields think
They
he'd
did
have a
him
shot
wrong.
in the
You
big
know what?
chair somewhere
Honestly,
else?
They did
honestly,
him wrong, Mark.
don't relax. Honestly, I feel like it was a bigger play because we traded Justin Fields for either a fourth or a sixth, and I think whenever Russ came back from his injury, they was like, oh, this is the opportune time to like sit him so that we don't go over that 50% snap count. thing to make that 6th-round pick a 4th-round pick. I honestly think that that's what it was, and they were like, we've seen enough to say that this guy could be who we want him to be going into next year. We already promised Russ the pole position when he came in, so let's just rock with it, see what he do, and then ultimately, like, yeah, Justin he counted for 10 touchdowns in that 6-game stretch. Six six or seven of those were rushing touchdowns. So another thing Mike Tomlin was looking at was like, bro, we got to get something out of this passing game because we haven't really gotten anything out of the passing game the last 3 to 4 years. So I mean, it was twofold. It was let's save that 4th-round pick and let's see if we can try and get something out of the passing game with Russell. But I do think that
You
Justin
did
will be
him
our
wrong.
quarterback next year.
I like that
Yeah,
we're
I
fighting.
was
I like that
shocked
we're
that
fighting about
Tomlin.
Justin Fields. That makes me
Yeah,
happy.
I was shocked Tomlin moved on from Fields so quick. Honestly, I
Yeah,
was
Dom,
that
shocked
was
about
that.
that.
I honestly feel like that was the rationale. Save that 4th-round pick, and let's see if we can get something out of the passing game with Russell.
Yep, guys,
Dom
real
is
quick.
back. Dom came
Yeah,
back.
he is. One second. I want to shout out a few listeners. Nikki, Sadjet, Neek. I see Dev 3.0, who hasn't been in here a while. What up? Mr. Glenn, I know he does Commander Spaces. I listen in. He does a great job over there. Check him out. There's tons of fans in here from other fan bases. Appreciate you guys. Go ahead, Dom.
Hey guys, good morning.
Good morning,
Um,
Dom.
good morning, bud. The one thing that I don't think is getting talked about enough, because we're the majority of us are Jets fans, and we're void to functional 20th century offenses.
And
Is
positivity.
that's listen, call a spade, right? Our offenses the past at least 7-8 years have been anemic. So I know that that's a real sticking point and a real sore spot, but we're the defense here is, that to me, if it's not a concern, but like Glenn's coming in as a defensive coordinator, his scheme and Steve Wilkes' scheme, if he ends up being the DC, is night and day from what we ran with, under Salah Ulbrich. Salah Ulbrich, where bend don't break, avoid the chunk plays, avoid the big plays, and really, buckle down within the red zone. Steve Wilkes and Aaron Glenn in particular are much, much more aggressive. You're going to see a lot more. Steve Wilkes, the last year he was a coordinator in San Francisco, had a blitz rate near 40%. Jeff Ulbrich and Salah were somewhere in the 15 to 20% range. So you're going to see a lot more man coverage. You're going to see a lot more disguised coverage. A lot of switching and showing one thing and playing another. You're going to see Sauce travel with the ones. And it's a lot more aggressive. So that to me it's not a concern, but I think it's something we have to talk about because you're replacing 5 to 6 starters, let alone all the depth in a completely different system. I just fear that off the jump, the defense takes some time to fucking gel, and people are going to all of a sudden say, oh, Aaron Glenn, defense coordinator, he can't, his defense sucks, blah, yada, yada, yada. You know what I mean? I think we're all focusing on the offense, but the defense and the scheme change is going to be really, really paramount to getting it right fast. If there's going to be early success and continued success.
It's a
Good
good
point,
point.
Dom. Good point. And
Yeah, I
and
don't
and,
think
and
Jet
look
fans are going to be patient. Go ahead,
to,
June.
to, to, to add
Go
to
ahead.
add to your point. Overall, you got 6 starters from the defense gone, and you're gonna have 4 starters from the offense gone. And once again, you only got 7 draft picks with only $20 million to play with and 28 free agents.
Don't, June. You keep saying that $20 million, dude. That's I guarantee you, it's going to be more by the time
Yep.
that by the time free agency rolls around. On top of that, you can't go into like teams that try to rebuild through free agency usually fail more so. Like I think the foundation has to be built through young players, and you supplement guys in free agency. You're going to get starters in free agency, obviously, like a starter here, but you look at Tennessee. Tennessee had all the money in the world last year, and they had to pay a tax, so they had to overpay some of these guys, right? You think they're feeling good about paying, $20 million to the receiver, $14 million to the center, $8 million to the running back? What did it get him? It got him the number 1 overall pick. So quick fixes like that, McCagnon tried to do that as well. Didn't work. So don't worry about the $20 million right now, because the money that it looks like right now isn't going to be the money it comes April. Look at the teams. There's 4 or 5 teams that are negative cash right now. Obviously, things are going to change, and money's going to be, guys are going to be cut. Money's going to be made. So I'm not worried about necessarily that $20 million doesn't scare me. I'm just worried about really finding the guys that are going to fit in a new and teaching the guys that are here a whole new, methodology and really a concept in defense to make them, up to par. Who knows? And I'm saying this not critically, just like as an example, as a hypothetical. What if you find out that like Sauce Gardner is really best suited to play in that zone off man where he can kind of read and react than he is pure, press man coverage all the time. Again,
Then
these
that'll
are the
make
things
June want to be right again, Dom.
I'm just using that as an example. You get what I'm saying. It substitute Sauce for whoever you want.
Can I play counterpoint on that? And Dom, you made a lot of really good points. Can I play a bit of counterpoint on that?
Yeah. I'm just conversing. I'm not complaining. I want that known. I'm just I'm bringing to light some things that a lot of people aren't talking about.
No, Dom, look, Dom, to your point, I think one thing a lot of people aren't talking about is culture. We got a lot of people staring at spreadsheets and salary cap and the rest of it. They're not talking about, okay, what happens when the defense actually blitzes? Well, quarterbacks feel pressure to get rid of the football. And if Sauce is looking in the backfield, do you think he can't improve his interception numbers because the front half is helping out the back half? Like we have a lot unanswered. There's a lot unanswered on the defensive side of the ball, but I can tell you this. Through 4 or 5 weeks, the Jet defense was near the top of the league. But then after that, the whole shit fell off a cliff. So in terms of Aaron Glenn getting some buy-in and a new scheme and the rest of it, it's not like he's inheriting a top 4, top 5 defense. Like near the end of the league, the Jets were at the bottom of the league in a lot of statistics on defense. So
I don't know how they
some leg to rebuild this thing in his image.
Mark, I don't know how they finished as high as they did, man. I mean, to me, that defense was trash, man. Sorry.
There's a lot of good players on that team, man, that are familiar with, by the way, playing in a lot of different schemes.
Yeah,
but I agree with Tom. It's going to take some time for it to gel. He's right.
Well, Mark, too, what about all the bad decisions Ulbrich made going for it on 4th when they could have taken points? And I know, listen, whatever. I'm not saying they would have won the games. I brought it up yesterday, but he made a lot of bad choices, man, going for it. Like he was not a good head coach.
3 or 4 things that Glenn fixes: accountability. Do you think the Jets are going to be one of the most penalized teams in football with Aaron Glenn as the head coach?
I hope
I
not.
sure don't.
Mark, I don't know the decorum. Guys, just be patient. I'm sorry. It's a busy morning. Appreciate
you got
guys.
Dan.
Hey, PD, I'll drop so you bring somebody up. It was good chopping it up with y'all boys.
Coach, you're good. We don't have any requests, Coach.
You're good, Coach.
Coach, you're always welcome. You know that.
You wait right there, Coach. You wait right there.
Especially if we get Justin Fields.
Give it a rest,
You'll
bro.
be in here.
Give it a rest.
Coach,
you wait right there, Coach.
If we get Justin Fields, we'll have you up in here more, too. I'm messing with you, man. Dan, go ahead, man.
Hey, good morning, guys. Long time. I'll keep it brief. Look, man, not for nothing. I know this might sound like green colored glasses, but the excitement is back at One Jets Drive. What did we all want this past season is that culture change. That's what Aaron Glenn is going to bring to the New York Jets. And again, I get it. Some people wanted an offensive-minded type of coach. Wait for those fans that are like still on the fence. Wait for Aaron Rodgers' press conference. That will change your narrative and your mindset. To me, this is something to the likes of what occurred in 97. 95, 96 was one of the worst times as a Jet fan. But when Parcells walked through those doors, I'm not saying that Glenn is Parcells. I'm not. All I'm saying is that culture, as a Jet fan, you look at it and you felt different. So with the talent
Yeah.
that we have, and I get it, there's going to be players that come and go, but the most important thing is that core. And it starts with Aaron Glenn. He knows what the Jets are all about. He knows what us Jet fans are all about. Not a rah-rah guy. He's going to be a player's coach, but he's also going to be assertive enough to be respected. Now, with that being said, guys, you guys have a great day. Go Jets, baby.
Dan, stay up here real. Dan, to that point, I mean, listen, I know it's going on 30 years, but the Jets drafted him in 96. They were 1-15. And then the culture changed, and he was a part of that. At least the guy
Yep.
did. That's why I want to give this guy a chance. It
Of
would be a
course.
really good story if he changed the franchise around. One of us. He's a Jet.
He's a
I don't
Jet.
get why
And
people aren't more excited. I'm speaking for me. I'm excited for Glenn. I'm giving him a chance.
you know, that's the beauty of it, right? I'm going to segue to that because you got Vrabel in New England. He's a Pat in his blood.
You're
Glenn
right.
is a Jet. D'Amico Ryans is a Houston Texan. And those are the people that have that inside kind of perspective of what this is all about. And that's how much sweeter it's going to be when he changes it. And again, obviously, just like you guys are nailing it on the head, it's all about the coordinators. It's all about the players that they bring in. Definitely. Glenn has seen it. Glenn has seen it firsthand with the absolute one of the best coaches in the history of the NFL with Bill Parcells, Bill Belichick. He's been around the greatest of minds. If anyone can do it, it's this dude right here.
I agree. Dan, thanks for coming up. Have a good day, man. Don't
Likewise,
lose
guys.
too much breath walking in the cold, man. It's fucking freezing
I'm
out.
late for work.
I hear it.
You
Later.
Dan, you
you
know
got
what? It's good to laugh, brother. Thanks for coming up.
Absolutely, man. The very best.
All right. I don't
Juice. You
one
got Juice, Ground, Jerick in office. Juice.
all right,
What up, brother? Good morning.
Juice.
Yo,
What up,
yo,
Juice?
yo. Good morning, Jets. Everybody, yo. Except for Coach low key, cause you feel me, he a Steeler. But it's like nah, what's good, Brody? But I heard somebody was talking about Jalen Milroe. There's a few things I heard. Jalen Milroe is ass. Please do not go get Jalen Milroe. If anything, like it's certain things when you look at certain quarterbacks, like when you struggle making the intermediate throws and shit like that consistently, I just cannot take that chance on you, in my opinion. Um, but you have a guy like Jackson Dart is out there. I don't know, Riley Leonard, they try to compare him to Josh Allen somewhat. I think because he can move and he white. So, but Riley Leonard's good. But I don't know
Riley
about Josh
Leonard.
Allen. Like, right, I don't know about you. Right, that's what I'm saying. People trying to use.
Woo.
Hey, are you a Buckeye fan? Some people trying to compare Will Howard to Josh Allen, and I'm like, I don't know, bro. Like,
Nope.
you feel me? Josh had some special talent even when he was at Wyoming, even though he had turnovers and shit like that. Because that was the problem with Josh and shit. He was still a special talent. But I feel like you do have to go get that quarterback, and you truly believe you have to go get that young quarterback with Aaron Glenn. I feel like Aaron Glenn's a good hire. I'm interested to see what the Jets are gonna do, but like I would not go after the kid Jalen Milroe at all. I don't think he's good. But also, and another thing, I think it was Dan that was just saying, or somebody was just talking about not spending the money or whatever the case is, building through the draft. I think you have to do both. When you look at the Bengals drafted well with having like the top 5 picks, like for like 4 or 5 years, and then they also spend the money too as well. You may not have to go and overpay a guy, but you had like from that 2020 season to the 2021 season, they went and got a lot of guys out of free agency too, and with that draft pick. So
Yeah.
I think y'all within the last couple of years, y'all been drafting some good guys. Y'all just got to get a few little pieces and add to it. And
Juice, I
also
think
with the
they're
Justin
bringing
Fields
in the
thing,
Bengals guy, one of the guys as the GM. I think it's I'm not sure his name. I think he's got a second
Trey
interview today.
Trey Brown. Trey
Yes.
Brown. They're
Am I right about that,
director
Dom?
director of pro personnel, I believe.
Thanks, Dom. I appreciate that.
yeah,
Go
nah,
ahead, Juice. Sorry about that.
that to me is a would be a good move to go. But then lastly, what I want to say is, oh yeah, yeah. It's funny how you Justin Fields now. That's who I thought should have been the second pick coming out of it. And I feel like Justin would have been a problem, probably been developed pretty well in New York. Justin do have some talent, but like that would be a good move too. But I don't think the Steelers gonna get rid of him.
Thank you, Juice.
Juice, good to hear from you.
There's nothing you can do, Coach.
Who's next before they get mad about waiting? Ground and punt. You've been
It's
waiting
ground.
forever.
It's ground.
Don't interrupt Ground like yesterday. He was getting all mad. Go ahead, Ground.
No, June's good. Really, normally it's Mark that does it, but
Ground.
um,
Wow,
I'm
Wow.
gonna
Ground, good
get interrupted
morning.
for
Great to
this
hear
one.
from
Yeah,
you. Be
yeah.
brief, please.
Good morning. Good morning. Listen, hopefully Sauce can learn some technique from Aaron Glenn, because when you watch Aaron Glenn's highlight reel, man, wow, what a better player Aaron Glenn was. I mean, this guy played the ball. His technique was so much cleaner. He wasn't, getting zigzagged all over the place. But June, you're sitting here, you want Justin Fields. Listen, I love you so much, man. You're such a good guy. I can't tell you how stupid that sounds. Do
Justin
you
Fields?
understand you know how many career touchdown passes he has?
Ground, say it.
You see, you don't know shit, man. It's
Oh,
Ground,
45. It's
do
Ground.
you think?
45.
All right, fine.
Mark,
Now I
Go
got to go
ahead.
to bat for
Mark,
Justin
quiet,
Fields.
Mark, go ahead.
quiet.
So how many
No,
touchdowns? Ground, I'm
stop
in
it, Pete.
suspense.
45. I said it 3 times.
Okay.
45.
So you want
45.
Rogers back,
Rogers
like
had
me.
28. He had 28, and he was
Oh my
rusty,
God.
and he didn't have an offensive line for the first 6 weeks with Tyron Smith in there. And you want Justin Fields. It's such a fucking stupid fucking idea.
It's a bridge
Okay.
You got
quarterback.
you
Yes. With
Ground.
a
You got to
fucking
dissect it
with
more
a
though, man.
rookie head coach.
You got to
Buckeye,
dissect that cap
Oh
problem, my
God.
friend.
Buckeye, please help.
I know you're going to keep talking about
What are
Aaron
you, fucking
Flacco,
Paul
but
Riley over here? You fucking capologist?
never compare me to
All
that.
right, let's not mention
Can
people
I
that
ask
are
a
not in
question,
here.
please?
He
Yo,
About
called him a
this?
what's
Ground,
capologist.
I know
What?
you're
wrong?
advocating for
What
Aaron
is up with
Flacco, but you
dudes
got to go into
today?
the cap hit.
Yo,
No, I have a
The
question.
fuck are we
Does
doing here?
anyone,
So
guys?
you
Ground,
fix
what
the cat?
about wait,
No,
Ground,
stop.
Ground.
I'm not done. I'm not
Okay.
done.
I have a
You don't
question for you,
fucking fix.
Ground.
Stop it. Stop.
I
You
can't ask
don't
a
fucking
question. All right, I'll
fix your
go on mute.
cap. Wait, I'm not done yet. You don't fix your fucking cap with shitty players, okay? And with the fucking most important position in all of fucking sports,
Keep
you don't
going.
fix your fucking cap.
All right,
You
now
fucking
can
He
I ask
called
a
kidding
him
me with
a
this
question?
shit?
No, I
capologist.
can't.
hey yo,
Go ahead with your question.
I
Here's
just
Let's
see
my
stay in
ground.
question.
here.
I just see
Uh,
ground right now in a room with with a bottle of tequila just sitting there screaming at the phone. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Go
I would
ahead.
add to that, Jan. He's got pictures of our faces and he's throwing darts while he's speaking. It's crazy. Ground,
I
here's my
couldn't have been.
question. And this is for all fans too. Does anyone think that Justin Fields was set up for success in Chicago? Because I sure don't.
No, he wasn't set up for
Oh
success at all.
So when I
Lord,
look at his
look at
stats, I'm
this
like,
one.
well, I don't know, man.
Now
Like,
Aaron, now Aaron Glenn's gonna save his career.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying you got 2 consecutive years of underwhelming draft classes at quarterback, and the Jets don't have an answer
Oh
at quarterback outside
God.
Aaron Rodgers, and he may not even come back. So what? What's your answer at quarterback then, Greg? You want to bring back Aaron
It's
Rodgers?
You
identify.
know
Now
he wants
you
to bring him
now
back.
you just go get your
My
the guy you drafted.
listen.
You can go get Sam Darnold again.
Listen.
Okay?
You do
Right, that's the
RI.
answer.
Yeah, that's the
You
answer right
identify.
there.
No. He asked me. He asked me. You identify a quarterback that you can develop, and then you do RIB. That's what you do. You
So you
don't play the guy the first
Running
year.
back.
You
he
don't play the
so
guy.
he bringing Aaron Rodgers back.
Yes, that's look.
Hell
That,
yeah.
Yeah.
that
There you
that's what
go.
the
There you
whole
go.
setup
There
was
you go,
for, Coach.
June. There you go,
Coach,
June. I'm telling you, that's what's
bullshit,
happening.
bullshit, bullshit. he
You
he been
You
on
know
you
where I have
think
a
he
problem with
you
this?
think
he,
That's
he
what's
been on this
happening, June,
RIB
whether you
shit.
like it or not.
He been on this
if
RIB
if
shit since the last
if
fucking
Aaron
game.
Glenn comes in here and says, "Hey, I like JJ McCarthy," You get him, you sit him for a year,
But
and then
Fit
you
him.
unleash him.
but
See,
but
that's why I
Ground, why
disagree.
can't but
You're
Ground,
He's
crazy.
if
crazy.
they want it,
You're
Ground, if
crazy.
they want to take a shot on Justin Fields, I'm okay with that.
PD, it's not happening.
All right, I'm just
Ground
saying,
was that Knicks fan. It's like we got Glenn Rice, baby.
Glenn,
No,
yo, Buckeye,
no.
could you imagine how many
All
threes
right,
Glenn Rice
Buckeye.
would have
I'm
scored
sorry for
in
that
this
one.
era?
What's that, PD?
Damn, Buckeye.
Oh yeah,
Glenn
good. I want to
Rice.
piss
Damn.
Mark off. Can you imagine
Not too
how
much
many
on the Knicks.
threes Glenn Rice would have had in this era?
Yeah, it's insane, but not when the Knicks got him. It was over.
Mark, I can't stop
Let's
laughing,
let
Not
It
too
go
man.
of
was
much.
Aaron
way
Not too much
Flacco.
on them
over.
Yo,
Knicks.
Aaron Flacco had a terrific career for Green Bay. He is not a Jet. Let's turn the page, man.
All right, let's
wait,
get to Mark Torres. I'm kidding.
wait, yo, it just sounds for you. Do
Oh
you hear?
God.
Do you hear how ground sound, man? Like
He
he's
sounds
really been
beat
up
down.
all night, been drinking, and just like fuck
Oh
that.
man.
Ground sounds Trom.
Yeah.
Dude, I've been sick. I've been sick for the past 13 days. Oh my God.
Wait, so the first
Suffering.
day you feel better, you come in here to get after us with this?
Well, fucking, for Christ's sakes.
But
The
Mark,
best guy you can come up with is Fields.
I don't think that's a bad
The
idea though,
best
It's
guy.
not a
Ground.
bad idea, man.
Yeah.
He just want Rogers back, bro. That's what it is.
No
So
one's
do I,
wanted
but I'm not
Justin
opposed to
But
what
that's
they're
the
Fields.
doing.
realistic option, though, June. Why you not
Coach, stop
understanding
that
that?
bullshit. Coach, stop the bullshit. Stop the bullshit, coach. You just don't
All
want to
right,
lose him. That's it.
we have our hands before we
Yes.
start losing.
All right.
We've got what?
By the way,
Oh,
Antoine will be in at about 9:40, 9:45.
all right. We got office. Then we got, of course, the 34th representative. Office.
Thank you, sir.
Sorry
Y'all are
for the
my
wait,
friends.
office.
No, it's cool, man. It's just been awesome, dude. The y'all are my friends, but I'm gonna play defense and stay on this because y'all motherfuckers about to sandbag your way to the fucking playoffs next year. I'm just saying,
Oh,
I see this shit coming, yo. The Jets are gonna be in the playoffs. Watch.
oh.
Y'all are playing silly. I see how this shit works.
Not according to
Uh-huh.
June.
Oh
He's
well,
trying to set
June,
y'all up.
you
He's trying
never
to set
know. He
you up
might be
off
the
the
He,
king
boat.
sandbagger.
He's trying to set
Hey,
He
you up
might.
off
Jarek,
the boat.
there you are. What up, Jarek?
Oh, he was waiting a while too. Go ahead, sir.
Oh no. Yeah, I'm gonna piss Ground off you a little bit more if he's still in here. I want to talk a
please
little bit more.
do.
I want to
No,
talk a little bit more
yeah.
about Jalen Milrow.
Just be
Honestly, though.
quick, Jarek, because we want Rusty to get on.
Oh, okay. Yep. No, of course. We got to get the 34th team up in here.
There you go.
But I think Jalen Milrow gets a bit of a bad rep. Obviously, there's a lot of things he needs to improve on. Short intermediate needs to get better. Pocket presence needs to get better. His ability, like he bails out a little bit too quickly in the pocket when you actually try to push the pocket, he bails a little bit more often. But his ability to kind of hold the safeties to make those. I mean, he has one of the best deep balls for a reason. And it's not, again, it's not because he's the most accurate. It's because he holds the safety down a little bit more often to deliver a lot of those deep knives, those deep posts, right? A lot of those streaks. Like I think he's the best in terms of holding the safety, looking off certain defenders. Now, of course, yes, his short to intermediate game needs to get better. But think about what Jalen Murray had to deal with. He had to deal with three different pro-style offense coordinators in 3 years. It's not like it wasn't a situation where he had Brian Dable and then Mike Loxley, and then Steve Sarkisian. Like three of
Do you
them. Like
think it
one,
held him back though, buddy?
yeah. Like
Not to interrupt you. Do you
it,
You're
think it
not.
held
You're
him
not.
back?
You're not pissing me off yet. I'm trying to. What's going on here?
oh no, I was no, I'm joking. Yeah, I think he has dealt with three different offensive coordinators. He dealt with Tommy Reese. Let's be honest, Tommy Reese is terrible. Brian Dable, I mean, sorry, not Brian Dable. Bill O'Brien was there for about a year, and literally he had Bryce Young playing in a Peyton Manning style of offense where he had to operate the offense to be the commander in chief. Bill O'Brien was Nick Saban wanted him gone after about a year, so that's gone. Then Nick Saban retires, and so what happens? You hire Kalen DeBoer, and you're thinking to yourself, oh, I'm going to get Ryan Grubb, who developed a mobile quarterback, and Michael Penix Jr. That's going to be my OC until literally 10 days later, he goes to Seattle to take that job. So you have to promote a tight ends coach to be the offensive play caller and Nick Sheridan. That is three offensive coordinators. So he hasn't really had anyone from a stable coaching line that has developed him. Not one. The best he was under was Tommy Reese, which actually improved his short to intermediate game until he left. So yes, Jalen Merrill, I think there's a lot of things he needs to work on. He's a raw project. He's a raw project quarterback. But think about the games where he's actually performed, where he has looked like an NFL pro style caliber quarterback. Remember, he went up against Georgia twice with the number one defense in the country, and he was I mean, there's a reason why after that game people talked about how he could be the number one overall pick. He has shown a little bit more flashes, in my personal opinion, and he's done more with less than I think than Justin Fields at Ohio State. And yes, Buck, I'm going to piss you off with that. So I think that Jalen Merrill, if you guys were able to take him in the second round and say, you know what, we're not going to force you like we did Anthony Richardson. We're not going to force you like we did Justin Fields, but we're going to make you wait for about a couple years as a second round pick. So there's really nothing to. I mean, there's nothing. I mean, there's no guarantees. He's not going to get paid a lot. That could be the next Jalen Hurts because I think that they're very very similar in terms of player comp. I don't think he's Lamar Jackson. He's not as elusive. He doesn't make as
Is
many
he
people
bigger
miss.
than Hurts, Jarek? Is he bigger than
They're
Hurts?
the same size. They're
That actually
Literally?
fits
yeah,
my plan.
literally the same
So
size.
far,
No
you're
shit.
speaking my language.
Okay.
That actually fits my plan.
Yes.
But
You
why
know,
are you
you
so
identify your
upset
guys.
about Justin Fields? If Rogers ground, I'm with you though. If Rogers comes back, and I want him back,
I'm not
I'll
upset.
be
I'm not upset about it. People are talking about it, right? Like
yeah.
it's this great idea, and they
Well,
know
what?
it's this great idea.
But ground. You need a plan though. After Rogers, what's the plan? We don't have one, and I'll admit that. And I've been getting killed for it myself. June. That's why I call him but June. But
I'm
that's
not
what.
upset about it.
Fields
Listen. First
tested
of
in the
all,
top
first of all,
1% of
first of all,
aptitude, bro.
first of all, when I asked how many career touchdown passes that he has, how quiet did the room get? It got quiet like a friggin' mouse fart.
Yeah, because nobody
Okay.
knows off the top of their head about Justin Fields
Right, but
unless you're a
it's
football
such an
guru.
amazing idea. I want Justin Field. Let's just do it. Yeah, it's great. But you don't know shit about the guy. I mean,
Sound like
Buckeye knows
June.
He
because he's followed
he
him in college and everything like.
Sound like
he
June.
has a lot of
But
talent.
yeah, it's just emotional bullshit.
Yep.
What kind of
June.
argument
June. You
is
sound.
this?
It's
June. You
not a
sound
good
emotional.
idea.
June. You sound
Oh,
emotional.
oh, oh God. Yeah, you gassing them up too,
Just
man.
laughing 'cause it's true.
Yeah. Yo, I can't, man.
We need to get a good capologist.
A really good one.
Yo,
10
Well,
years experience minimum.
Yes.
yo.
hopefully the guy we hired is good with the cap when we hire him.
Oh my God, yo, I can't
Ground, you got
stop
any
laughing.
suggestions?
Yo,
Yeah,
coach,
Ground. Who do you want as the GM?
and coach,
Silence,
you gassing him,
silence.
coach, you
Ground.
gassing him.
Who do you want as the
Dimitrov.
GM? Dimitrov's not even getting a
Dimitrov.
second interview.
That's who I want.
Okay.
Oh my God, yo.
Oh man, it's good to laugh.
Yo, my eyes
At
is
least
Ground.
watering
By the
over
way,
here,
At
man.
least the
Ground. By the
Falcons
way,
went to
Ground.
Bro,
the
you just being
Falcons when he was the
emotional, June. I'm
GM.
telling you.
Ground. I am on day
When
17 of a cough and being sick too. So welcome to the club. It
Yo,
sucks.
when
I
Dimitrov
can't.
was with the Falcons, they went to the Super Bowl. They hit on a ton of picks.
He didn't even hear
I
me.
mean,
Yeah,
I did hear you, but
he
it's always
can't hear
hard.
you.
All right, can I
Yo,
ask a
Ground is on
question of
fire.
the room,
Yes,
please?
Yo,
now say
definitely.
please, Mark, because to calm
All
the
right,
room
here's my
down.
question. Of the
Okay,
people that are on
since you've been
stage,
hiding this whole
yeah,
time.
apparently I've been sorry, guys. I had to get out from under
Oh God.
the covers.
Oh God.
Here's my question. How
Oh.
many fans actually want to bring Aaron Rodgers back with Aaron Glenn as the head coach?
It's fucking grounding Petey. That's it.
I think there's other people.
you
Hector,
can't.
Hector,
You
do you
Yeah.
can't.
want to bring back Rogers
No.
with Glenn?
I'm at the point where either you blow it up and you get assets for next year,
Hmm.
Thank
or
you.
you stay with Rodgers. It's got to be one
Okay,
of
so
those two.
that's 50-50 Petey, as Justin,
That's
the
not.
enforcer, would say.
So he's
So
neutral. So you
yeah,
don't count
all
him.
right. What
Go ahead.
I know Dom's answer. If Dom's here, but Dom, can you comment on that? Dom, all right.
Dom don't want him.
Graham wants him back.
Of course, Brown wants him back.
If you guys are in the listener
Hey
section
guys,
and don't come up,
I gotta go.
can you?
I can't even breathe. I gotta go. Have a good day, guys.
Oh, I feel
Love you
better, Graham.
guys.
You are, yeah. Feel better,
Yo,
brother.
I'll
Thank you.
call you later, man.
Brown was
Thank
sick
you.
for days, came in here and blew it all on getting mad at us, and now he's got to go back to the hyperbaric. This is crazy.
Yeah,
Hey,
he said y'all
yo.
needed a capologist, and he called June emotional. That
I
was
Exactly.
beautiful.
can't. I can't, yo. Wait. No. Finish asking people, Petey. Finish asking people.
Well, if you're in the listener section and you want to comment on the space, do you want Rogers back?
You do a poll too, I guess. I'm really curious to
Hell
see what
yeah,
people
we
think
should
about it.
bring them back. Hell yeah, bring them back.
Office, don't do that. Don't do. Yeah, you
Yeah,
see,
Pass
Office.
every
he's
tray.
playing.
Yo,
He's
Office is
playing.
a Jeff fan
Why
now. Come
everybody
on.
playing, June?
He in here every day.
I like the team, dog.
Chris went
I
on to
like the team.
Buffalo, and Office
RIB,
came to the
I'm
Jets.
RIB.
I want the GM job,
He
God damn
said,
it.
"R.I.B.
You hear
I
R.I.B."
me?
should get the
Chris
goddamn
went to
GM job by
Buffalo,
now.
and Office came to the Jets. Awesome.
You know what? I like that trade.
It's cool. I got the Ravens and the Jets now. I got the whole North covered.
I ain't asking
I got
Coach shit because you know what he trying to say. Um,
the Jets are
Nah,
sandbagging.
ask me. I'm gonna be honest.
nah,
I'm
I'm
gonna be
not asking
honest.
you nothing because you want us to run it back so you can keep
I'm gonna
Justin
be
Field.
honest, bro. I'm gonna be honest.
Man, Mark, do you want this guy back or what?
You talking about
All
Aaron
right.
Rodgers,
Yes.
Yeah, Aaron Rodgers, good coach, and then I'll go.
bro? I mean, I honestly think y'all can groom somebody if Aaron Glenn get the right person in there. I just don't think it's gonna be Justin Fields because I believe that we're gonna re-sign him back. So that means y'all would have to go into the draft and get one.
Well, I mean. Listen, it's only logical that he's a free agent, and instead of just taking the first offer that Pittsburgh give him, I'm pretty sure he's gonna want to shop around and see what he can get.
Yo. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning.
But I honestly don't
My
think y'all
God,
need to
what
run
up?
it back with Aaron. Just
What
to be
up?
honest with you.
Yo,
Thank you.
let me ask y'all a question. Have y'all ever had like a fresh box of cereal you poured in a bowl?
What
You go
kind of
get the milk.
cereal?
You go get the milk. You see it's past the expiration date, but you smell it after you open it. You
Ew,
think it's
man.
okay.
Yes, yes,
Nah, man.
Hold on, PD. You smell it. You think it's okay, and then you pour it, and it comes out like sludge. That
yes.
ever happened?
That's
That's
Aaron
what
Rodgers.
bringing Aaron Rodgers back would be like.
Thank you.
Okay,
Thank you.
That's what
Justin.
bringing
Good,
Aaron Rodgers back would be
good
like.
analogy.
Thank you.
I'm messing with you,
Thanks.
buddy.
Sour milk.
All right. So
Now,
in that
Aaron
give me a
Rodgers is
scenario,
sour
breakfast.
milk.
Then
wait
I
a
got to
second. So
skip
in that
Like
scenario,
breakfast.
who's quarterback of the Jets next year?
Can we retire the phrase "run it back"? I think that phrase has been beat into the ground.
Please.
Like
Uh,
his time has expired, guys.
For
Like you
real.
got a new coach, you got a new GM, it's a new regime.
I mean, Aaron Rodgers almost beat you guys week 5, 6.
Almost.
oh my
That's it.
God, PD.
Almost.
That was a
If
close
was a
game,
fifth, we'd
Pete.
all
That
be.
was
See,
You
are
already
a
we
know
just
the
gonna
close
forget
saying.
the
game.
miracle
Yo.
hail mary that got you
Oh,
that back in the
hey.
game?
Oh, yeah. And the miracle.
Oh
The,
shit!
wait,
Here
yo,
we
yo,
go.
Y'all
you
You
know
be
know,
what?
here it
smart.
goes.
All right, guys. I want to welcome T to the space. It's about to get wild. T, just watch your mother
The
effing
ends.
language. Please.
Watch the ends, brother.
June, yeah, you could say that.
Please. You got a one time in limit. That's it. One in. It's just one in.
Yo, so T, co- so T, it's usually fly Eagles fly, but you got the one warning, T, then it's bye Eagles bye.
I can't believe T joined the space and then immediately it was like super mute.
Nah, we met
He was,
T. Yeah,
he
well,
was
Mark.
born.
Well, Mark, hold on. You're not around a lot, Mark, so you don't know that T joins the space a lot. So to be fair, T, you know what I'm saying, Mark? You ain't around.
Wow, getting it for the host now. Right, I'm
Oh
one.
yeah, man.
Oh Lord.
I just wanted to congratulate my fellow Jets brethren. Congratulations on a good head coach. Y'all deserve this, and I wish y'all nothing but the best success. For all those of you, I heard y'all in anonymous that said that you don't like
Yo,
the head
man,
coach.
you in
Shut the hell
anonymous?
up.
T?
Shut the hell up.
Hey,
And eat your peanuts, please.
I didn't eat peanuts. I ate a
Like
It's
Czar
being
protein
spicy
says,
in
shake.
here.
like you need to let it develop. Let this man change New York Jets football. Let him do that. He's gonna do that for you. He's gonna actually engage with your players. You got a blessing in disguise. I'm not
It's
gonna lie, I was wrong earlier. I thought you needed Vrabel. You don't need Vrabel no more. You don't need Vrabel. You got the right guy. I'm not
listen.
gonna lie, I'm very proud of y'all. I'm very proud of y'all. Y'all got the right guy.
The same people hating on Glenn wanted Rex Ryan to come back.
Right?
Y'all
Like
need to
Not
stop
what?
that.
yo, not
Y'all
me,
need to
bro. I
stop it.
did not want Rex back.
Bro!
All right,
Y'all
I
need to
want to
stop
get
it.
to F and Jim and Chris. All right.
I'm not gonna lie, he was the best available.
Mm.
Effing Jim.
What's up?
Do you truly believe that though, Peter? You know you my guy, but do you
Yeah.
believe that though that he was the best available?
Who? Glenn?
Yeah. Do you believe he was the best available?
I did not want Aaron Glenn
Why
as
not?
the well, not my first choice. He was on my list. I wanted Vrabel. That's
Well,
just
I
me.
did. I mean, you. I've been on your lives and
Pause.
I've been recording. I said Vrabel was your head coach, but we both know Vrabel was already a head coach. So
Hmm.
when best available, he was the best available.
All right. Well, the next available is Jim for the conversation. Jim, jump in.
you
Well,
funny as
I'm
hell.
just gonna just ask a quick question because I go back in the house and then I'll join back up. But who's the Steelers fan with Justin Fields?
Coach.
Coach.
That's coach.
Coach. Question.
I'm not a
So
Steeler fan.
No,
they did
not
that.
oh, that is Coach T. Sorry, Jim.
Tomlin
Oh,
did that guy.
Wilson here. Oh, okay, go ahead.
Yeah, T. We got
Tomlin
it.
did him dirty. Why would he? He was winning. He had a winning record, and then he sat. Why would he? Unless
Want
they
to go
overpay
back.
a lot, why would he go back to that team?
Yeah, I just I was telling him. Answer the question, coach.
June, did I not explain this to y'all earlier? I know you
Yeah,
probably
yeah.
wasn't in here, but did I not
He didn't
explain this
hear
to
it.
you? So
You did.
why you gassing?
You
So
did.
why you gassing?
Because you
Well,
gassed up
I didn't
earlier.
hear the answer. So
Oh wait, before we go on,
Explain
we
to
have
him.
some. Wait. We have some. But Neek just commented in the listener section. She wants Aaron Rodgers back.
Ah,
Way to
come
go,
on,
Neek.
man. Yo, you know
Shout
she
out to
was gonna
Neek.
say that
Neek,
anyway.
what up, Neek? Go
That's
ahead.
so full of shit.
Hell yeah.
Go ahead, coach. Answer his question, please. He don't know.
I said it was two part. Well, really three if you think about just the probably the promises that was made whenever Russell came. But one, when we traded Justin Fields, we traded him for a fourth or a sixth, and that fourth it would turn into a fourth if he played more than 50% of the games. And so well 50% of the snaps. And so when obviously Russell got hurt start the season. So I mean, like he did well. Like he had 10 total touchdowns, but like I think seven of those were rushing touchdowns. So we were at that time Mike was just trying to look for us to get something a little bit more out of the passing game. And so when Russell came back, let's go back to the third part. Obviously, when we signed him, he was in pole. Tomlin told you the whole training camp that he was in pole position to be the starter. And we all know in sports, most of the time you don't lose your job to injury, especially if the person in front of you isn't playing lights out. Like I said, Justin was playing. He was playing well. It was 4-2, but again, we couldn't get nothing out the passing game. And obviously, we got a dynamic playmaker in George Pickens. Like we got to find ways to get on the ball. And Pat Fryermuth,
What if
who
they
we
get
just
rid of
gave an
Pickens
extension
though,
to,
Coach? Coach,
huh?
what? Maybe they may want to get rid of Pickens because of his attitude. I don't think they're going to bring him back for a second contract. I don't.
I mean, that remains to be seen. That
All
remains
right.
to be seen. But I'm just telling you what's going on at the time. Like we're talking August, September, going in October type of thing. Like that was the mindset. Like we just paid this tight end. We got this dynamic receiver. Like we gotta find and our wide receiver core is already mediocre as it is. Like we
Yeah.
gotta find ways to get the best out of these dudes.
Coach, what round was Fryermuth drafted in?
I want to say the third.
That's a home run
Third
pick.
or
That is a
fourth.
home run.
You guys always draft. I want an organization like the
Wait
Steelers
a minute.
that
Wait a minute.
draft.
So, Petey, by bringing back Aaron Rodgers, are you aboard the Jalen Miro train?
Uh, if they draft him, what am I going to do? Of course, maybe I'll take him.
Excellent.
Sorry, I would. Chris,
I
go
would
ahead,
put him
man.
So
right
June,
in
that's so
too.
June it is officially the creation of the 32nd team.
Mm. June, Chris. Good morning. Chris got some
June, they
music.
telling you facts and you ain't listening.
I don't.
Yo,
Chris, what up?
what up? What up? What up? What up? Good
What's
morning,
up?
Jets. Commute. What's going on? PD,
What's,
Mark Torres, June. What's happening?
what's going on, good
What's up, man?
brother?
Let James Cook T. Congratulations. Good luck this week.
Thank you, man.
Jared,
Thank
What's
you.
what's
up,
good?
Chris?
Appreciate
By
it.
the way, it was T's birthday the other day. Happy birthday,
Oh,
T.
happy
Nigga,
birthday.
that was
Oh, happy
like
Understood.
birthday,
2 weeks
man.
Happy
ago,
Happy
birthday.
man.
birthday,
Come
See?
on,
buddy.
Wait a
man.
Hey,
minute.
hey! You let me give you your props, man.
Happy born,
As
even
you
if it
would
was
say,
three weeks ago.
T. What the f wrong with you?
No, Petey. Listen, you get a
Watch it.
I'm
I
just
did
real,
not mean
PD.
to.
Like, you know what
I.
I'm saying? Like, I was hyped before it, but like, it's after it. You know what I'm
All
saying?
right. Sorry, T. You're killing my mojo. Thank you.
Petey. Happy New Year.
Oh God, 20th already.
For real, right?
It's over,
Thanks,
bro.
Jim.
Stop with the birthday shit. You get a
Chris.
Boy,
birthday.
PD, they on your neck.
Yo,
Yeah.
P, hey
Hey,
P,
hey,
It's not
hey,
a
I didn't
happy
13
say
year
that for
fucking
Thanksgiving.
y'all to
pro. You don't
have
get
a
a
new
birthday.
joke
Hey.
at my boy PD
Happy
now. Y'all
Hey,
Thanksgiving,
can't
happy
be
P.
New Year,
stealing my
everybody.
jokes now. Y'all
Hey.
can't be
Might as well
stealing my
say
jokes.
Happy Labor Day.
Hey,
Shit.
Happy
happy Labor.
Thanksgiving,
Hey, Merry
P.
Christmas, everybody. Enjoy
Did
the
y'all even
holidays.
throw something on the grill for Martin Luther King Day?
When does it end?
No,
When
so
does
I
it
don't
end?
want to hear it.
You know what? Petey's that
Did,
guy when they,
did they really spell
they say on the
Did
YouTube
news.
y'all
wrong?
throw something on the grill for Martin Luther King Day?
Yeah, Martin Luther King would have been 115 today if he was alive.
Yes, he
Like, when
would
does
have.
it end?
Yes, he would have.
Stop it.
Wow, wasn't
That's
Chris trying
Petey.
to say
And
something
I
about
would
the
have threw something
Jets?
on the
I
grill for
mean,
the
Hey,
King.
can we
Fucking
just say Happy Flag Day too while we're at it?
Yeah, fucking throw it out there, Petey. Go ahead.
wow.
My
Happy
birthday's in
Hanukkah.
June. My birthday's June 1st. Everybody wish me happy birthday. It's coming up.
wait,
Happy
you got a
birthday,
little limit
buddy.
now.
Happy
Hold on.
birthday.
You got a
Nice.
lot
Thanks,
going
bro.
on.
It's
Thank you.
in the
Appreciate it.
Oh
house.
man, Chris
It's
got a
Yeah,
whole
hold
show.
on.
Chris, I'm
real
sorry.
quick.
Go ahead.
All right, this is
That
my
was not
mute.
me.
No, this is my mute because I know Chris is. I don't. Chris tried to get in here and say something about football, and I'd love to hear it. Chris, good morning.
But Mark,
That's delayed.
Oh shit.
Chris,
Chris.
get off mute.
Mark, you should wish him happy birthday first.
Happy
All
birthday,
right.
Chris. Whenever it is, happy birthday.
It's real short and sweet. All
Enjoy it.
right. First,
Happy birthday, Chris.
first
Happy
and
birthday,
foremost,
Chris.
I hope everybody's having a great day. All right, yo. So
By the
what?
way, it
Let
was
me let me
Mark's birthday the other day. For
let
real, for
me let
real.
me
Happy
let
birthday,
me
Happy
Mark.
birthday,
Happy
Mark.
birthday, Mark.
Happy
Sorry,
Belated
birthday,
birthday,
Mark.
Mark.
it
Oh my
was
God,
Mark's
more
Happy
birthday.
birthday,
birthday.
Chris.
Oh.
Mark is getting impatient. I love it. I want him to
Happy
hit the mute
pre-birthday,
again.
June.
Chris, sorry. This
My
is for your
birthday's in June
entertainment.
too.
Happy
Don't wish me
pre-birthday,
a happy
bro.
birthday. I'll be
Enjoy it.
67.
Enjoy it in 5 months, bro. And have a good one.
Oh shit. Yo.
Happy birthday to the 32nd team.
Hey, Jared.
Petey, have a
Hey,
great
What's
Jared.
up, T?
weekend.
Oh,
Petey,
yeah.
happy birthday.
Hey, you have an opportunity this weekend to make me a profit in the flesh. You have an opportunity to make me a profit.
We're gonna
Petey,
come.
enjoy the
We're
Super Bowl.
we're gonna come for. We,
Happy
You
birthday,
we
gonna
go,
make
we
me a
Petey.
we gonna do
profit,
you
Jared?
proud, T. We gonna do
Jared,
you
you gonna
proud.
make me a profit?
We gonna make you proud, T. We gonna do it.
No. I ain't say make me proud or you gonna make me a profit because you know what I said in y'all spaces.
Yeah, we gonna make you a profit.
Really, that's crazy. If y'all make me a
Happy
profit, I'm gonna
Prophet
feel
Day.
like I know it for real. I understand it now.
Hey
Happy
Chris. Hey
Prophet Day.
Chris. Hey Chris.
Guys.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Chris. At
Go
this
ahead,
point,
Happy.
you
Chris.
may
yeah.
want to
What's up?
comment on
Sorry.
the space,
All right,
Chris.
yeah,
Sorry.
Chris.
What?
Sorry, Chris.
There
Happy
is there
Thursday. Happy Aaron Glenn Day. Now let's move the fuck on.
is there actually a space? You
Happy
mean
Space Day.
you mean this was a space for the last, I don't know, 3 fucking minutes?
Yeah,
That's what it was.
now
That's what it
he's
was.
mad. Chris, go
Oh,
ahead. The floor is
I'm
yours.
not mad, bro. I'm mad. Why would I be mad? Mad
Chris,
about
I'm
what?
joking.
Happy Spaces.
There we go.
So, eating so. Mm,
All right, Chris, go ahead. Make
It's
your
a
point.
it's a happy day in Jets football, I can see. Congratulations on your head coach once again. As I can see, you have some answers to fill. I'm sorry, questions to answer. I'm sorry. Good luck with that. I mean that. It seems like what's the question of the day? Who you gonna keep at quarterback? How you
mm,
feel about that?
Mm.
Happy,
please.
happy. Answer your question. The question at quarterback day.
Mm-hmm. You gonna go on mute or go to listener?
Nah, I'm gonna clap. And
Yo,
I'm gonna
tell him, Chris. Yo, tell him.
and
Yo,
I'm
Chris, they on a return flight
and
from
I'm gonna
Cancun.
and
Tell him, Chris.
Mm.
who who
Tell him, Chris.
who?
Mm.
Where did
Where's
you
our
just
team
say?
at? We
What
we
did
in a
you
champ.
just
We
say?
still playing.
Yo,
But
dude,
Mark,
hold up,
Mark,
hold up,
Mark,
hold up, hold up.
we're gonna
For
be
real.
going
let
I've been
Chris
late
go.
this
T,
year.
come on. T.
I've
Let
been
let
real. I've
let
been real
T.
I
nice.
said one
I've been real
word.
cute.
You good, T?
I heard dudes bring up my name. Why? I don't know. Why they bringing up my name? They know I'm busy on some shit. Meanwhile, you in hell
Mm.
with gas. Not you don't even have gasoline drawers on. You bringing my name up for what? To take care of what you need to take care of. Oh, the other thing is, I'm still trying to figure out Jarek and let James cook. Yo, educate a brother how you could trade something that left you. Oops,
Oh
oops.
yeah.
Cause they hate us because they ain't us, Chris.
You know what?
Woo!
I
Woo!
got dudes
Yo,
trying to give me
wait.
guidelines of how I do my business now. Check this out, B. I have not talked 1 second of smack to these dudes. They keep trying to throw little jabs at your brother, and you know what? I'm gonna stay quiet, B, cause I got 4 quarters to deal with. But when it's over, I'm gonna come see y'all. I promise
That's
you, I
right.
got something for you.
Yeah.
Yo.
I hope you ready. I'm gonna put y'all to the side for a moment. Got to
Uh,
get through these next four.
man.
We got 4 quarters,
hey,
full son.
Man.
hey,
You not
Petey.
gonna
Hey,
take
Yo.
Petey,
me
you
off
gotta
So,
my
send me your
look.
size for the Matt
focus.
Collins jersey.
You're not gonna
What?
push me off my square.
What
And
size jersey you wear?
I don't wear jerseys.
as I dance off like big ghosts,
Don't worry, I'll get you a Matt Collins
laughing,
t-shirt.
I'm gonna still wish you good luck in all your off-season plans.
That's some bull.
Come next year.
Mm.
I'm on your neck, bro.
Oh,
I'm on your
Oh.
neck.
I thought he was
I'm in
gonna
your
Oh,
say something
chest
else.
like a heartbeat. Pause. Dog. Good. Yo, have a good day, y'all. Y'all better get ready for something. I got something planned for you.
Hey,
All right.
yo.
I
Where's
holla.
where's
Yo,
Thank
You
yo.
God
need to
my
get
bark
ground some
came back.
medicine.
Hey,
Get him back
yo.
up here.
By the way,
Woo!
Yo.
real quick, June, let me
That's
just say one thing.
What
Shout
up?
out Kenny's in here. Awesome job last night with Ray
What
Mickens,
up,
Victor
Ken?
Green. That was awesome. Talking to former players.
Man.
Awesome job.
Yo, y'all got my
In about
eyes.
20 minutes, Antoine will be in. So,
Y'all got my eyes watery, man. Yo, this is hilarious today.
yeah.
I think the Jets are going to win the AFC East next year.
Stop saying that, office. It's not gonna happen.
I'm telling you, dog,
Please,
it's going to be
please.
Miracle City, bro. It's going to be
Bro,
Miracle City.
it's
This is the
financially
rebirth.
impossible. It can't
I don't
happen.
think money's going to matter. Aaron Glenn ain't there for the money. He wants the title.
We
Oh
can do it. We
man.
He,
got a new capologist.
I'm
Ground's getting
happy that
destroyed.
It's
Aaron
all
Glenn.
good. You
Listen,
know
I
what?
got it. Let me just
I
give
was the
Aaron Glenn
first
a
one to
shot.
call him.
Aaron Glenn came here. He said he wanted to be here. That's somebody we should be getting behind. This guy wanted to be here. He wants to be here. And we're the Jets. You know, everybody makes fun of us. And this man fucking picked the team that he got drafted by. Shout out to Aaron Glenn.
And Petey, you remember when y'all was laughing at me way back in the earlier part of the season when I said he was going to be the head coach. Now I did kind of
I
move on
wasn't
to Matt
laughing.
Nagy, but I did originally call him. That was the first guy I said I thought this team would hire. And look, boom, that joint hit. I would
Let's
take him
just
over anybody else.
let's
right
throw
now.
this out there. The Johnsons are such bad guys and bad owners that this guy wanted to be here. But Diana Rossini won't write that article, will she?
Mm.
They're so bad. They're so dysfunctional.
Well,
But
let's see now what
No,
comes out,
it's
though.
all good.
I'm not going to. Rossini did listen. Whatever. I'm not going to
no,
comment
but
on
you
that one.
you know what I'm talking about though. But again, he was one of the top coordinators to in this hiring cycle. Wanted to be
Yeah,
here,
man.
played here. But
Good
let's see
point.
if let's the Johnsons are such bad guys and bad owners and so dysfunctional. But this guy wanted to be here without even a question. This was his top choice. Just saying.
What's up, Petey?
What's up, Kenny?
What's going on, Ken?
You
Happy
know,
birthday, Kenny.
let speak and let him finish. Could you hear
Nah,
me,
you're good,
Petey?
Ken.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, well, you
Thanks.
came in and out. Pause.
Yeah, thanks for that, Petey. Yeah, we had a good time last night with a couple of Jet alumni in the lounge. It was always fun, always fun. And listen,
Yeah,
here's
that
my
was cool,
stance.
man.
A lot of people are hating on the hiring. It wasn't my first choice, but too many fans are acting like really pissed off about this. A lot of fans are acting like we're bringing Zach Wilson back instead of Aaron Glenn back. It's they don't play. He's not a player anymore. It's not like we're giving the keys to Zach Wilson again. So it's a little something to be said. But listen, I'm just gonna write it out. It's all about wins and losses. Just gonna write it out. No, and that's it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm I'm gonna get behind. Hopefully, Kenny. I hope they invite me to the press conference. I definitely would like to go to that.
Petey,
I don't. Yeah.
if Salah gets hired in Jacksonville, can we play them next year?
Yep.
All right. I want to see you go up and down the stairs with them.
This team's
That
definitely
game's in
going to the
Jacksonville. I'm
playoffs
not going to
now.
that game.
So wait. They hired him already?
No,
No,
he
not
said
yet.
if they do.
Oh, okay. So look, because Ground texted me a question to ask the room. If Robert Sala goes to Jacksonville and they offer the Jets two first rounders for Sauce, do you do it
Yes.
Yes.
Well,
in a
that
No,
that's
yeah.
the
heartbeat? In a heartbeat,
Jacksonville has the fourth
To
pick,
the
right? Or the third?
playoffs.
They're in the top five, right?
Yes.
right? Okay, so there you
Next
have it.
year and the year after.
N-
And that can help us move up in the
No,
draft.
no,
Yes, it
No, you
can.
ain't getting both
What
of
no.
them.
you
You're
You
said?
not
ain't getting
No.
both.
trading.
You ain't getting
No.
both first.
Yeah, you're
You
not.
can
Yeah,
get this year's
No,
first. You ain't getting next
but
year's first.
tell Ground
Relax.
to
Relax.
take some Sudafed and go to
Yeah,
sleep.
tell him. Yeah, he
Wait,
need
wait, 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 wait,
need to
wait.
get off that tequila
Petey,
bottle.
Let's respectfully.
Petey, you wouldn't do it?
Ground, you're not. I mean, Ground. See, June. Don't get me riled up.
Yeah, I
Who's
got
playing?
to.
I don't want.
that's
I
June
guaranteed.
June.
gassing.
I want to be competitive, and this guy wants to be here. Let
P-
me see what.
Petey, you don't want to set your team
I.
up to
I don't.
succeed for years to come. You just worry about
June.
this
I
year.
don't think Aaron Glenn wants to trade Sauce.
No.
So
It's a hypothetical question, so we're not talking about if he wants to or not. If Jacksonville calls you, if Salah gets hired and they call you, say we'll give you two first round picks for Sauce Gardner, you're not making that deal.
June, they're not
Plus
offering
plus
y'all
our
two
next
first
year
though.
I don't
That's the
pick
think they're
crazy
that
going
part
to.
of it.
Ben,
If they
It's
do, you have.
hypothetical.
All right. It's hypothetical.
That's a
So
wild
yes,
hypothetical.
if they do, yes, but they're not doing it. So next question.
Right. First,
don't say
first,
that
first in
because we
a
traded
third
Adams
next
for two
year.
number ones.
First this year, third next year. That's what they doing. They ain't giving you both first.
That's
Are
that's
y'all
not enough.
insane?
That's not enough.
June. He's a representative of the 32nd team. They're on the Jalen
Yeah,
Milroe
yeah.
bandwagon.
I
We
could
we know
tell.
this.
I could tell. Yeah. This is Jerry. I'm wasting my time.
Yep.
I'm wasting my time.
Dude, that would guarantee a playoff berth with two first round picks, bro.
Two first round picks. Plus, you can
That
move
would
up. Now
guarantee
you
a
can move up to
playoff
get your
berth.
quarterback. You can move up to get your
They would
quarterback
be in
and
the
then address
playoffs
another
for sure.
position.
Oh, I don't care
It's
who they get with
nasty.
them first round picks. That joint's going to the playoffs. It's going
Mm.
to be the Miracle City team, dog.
But
Watch
June.
the Miracle City team.
It- it-
It's coming.
No office.
Wow,
We're not going no fucking where. What up? What up, Pete?
my team needs a miracle too. Damn it, I might as well ask for two of them.
No. All you guys gotta do is just win. I mean, you're in the playoffs every year.
Hey,
Well,
so
yeah,
if y'all
it's
do
like we're
that,
playing in
so if y'all do
Kansas,
that,
bro.
we can trade y'all the third round pick for Devontae, third or fourth for Devontae. Y'all do that. Got it.
Nah,
Since we live in a hypothetical land.
nah.
Oh,
Yeah,
you,
bye.
wait,
Give
wait.
us
Yup,
a
I would take
second.
bye.
it. I
Give
would
us a
take it.
second.
No, you
No,
just
no, no,
got
no, no.
two
no.
first. You just fleeced the
Yo,
Jags for
but
two
wait, hold
first.
on,
No,
coach. To be fair, Pittsburgh doesn't. That's against their realm to pay an
Technically,
older
the
wide
Jags would have
receiver
picked
like
that
that.
up.
I don't think they would do it. I don't. That's not in the realm of what they do. To be fair.
I mean we just live in a hypothetical land though.
Yeah, I know. And now June, and everybody's giving you hype. I don't want you thinking that way, coach.
Look,
I'm not trying to tell you
hey,
what to
coach.
do. Coach, come on, be on my side,
Bruh,
coach.
I
There's
mean,
no
every time I'm in here, it's
hypothetical in this one.
hypothetical land with June because he still think they getting y'all getting Justin.
We are
Oh,
getting Justin.
We still in
And
hypothetical
JJ
land.
McCarthy.
He don't
And
want to go to. Yeah,
JJ
yeah, yeah,
McCarthy.
look. The way you guys treated Justin, that was fucked up, and I'm sure he knows that. He come to New York, get a chance to start over, fresh
That's
start.
what you think. That's your perception of it. That's not his perception of it.
Besides that, what I heard was Russ want to come back.
That don't
Him is.
so, bruh, he can say, bruh. Patrick Peterson said he wanted to come back. He was on podcasts every day telling you he was wanting to come back and he was hoping that they can get on the phone and renegotiate some shit. Did he come back?
Let me tell you why,
All
Coach.
right.
Let me tell you why you're gonna end up re-signing Russ.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Because
Tell me.
because remember, this is the last year of his contract with Denver, so you could pay him $500, and they got to pay the rest of it. So he's a cheap answer for you at quarterback. That's why you're gonna re-sign him. To re-sign Justin Fields, now you're gonna have to pay. You have to spend a little bit more money.
And you know what? That would be totally fine if he knew he was coming back to be a backup. He's not coming back to be the starter, June. I'm telling you something.
He's the cheapest answer at quarterback. I don't.
So I don't.
And
Yeah, that would be
Are they
nice
going to
sitting on the
influence
bench. That would
Pickens?
be nice sitting on the bench. Okay.
yeah. Real quick,
Justin
let me hear
Justin
from.
won't be there.
Let's hear from Mike.
Yeah, he
Mike
will.
just came up. Mike, what up?
Mike,
Morning.
what's up, man?
How's everybody doing this morning?
Good, Mike. Are you
Cold. Sh-
positive or negative today?
I'm looking at it optimistically. So my whole take on this hire and everything else is I understand if there's a camp out there that doesn't love it, and I understand if there's a camp out there that doesn't hate it. I am in that camp, but I don't understand how people hate it. So
Right.
for like, I get it. He's a first time. He's going to be a first time head coach. He's a defensive coordinator. It feels like we. It doesn't feel like it. We just came from that and it didn't work. So I understand the the justified skepticism. I do. But let's wait and see who he brings in as OC, who he brings in as DC. Uh, Numerous ex Jets players, Damian Woody, he spoke about it. He said a lot of ex Jets players love this move, love that for Aaron Glenn. I think that the endorsements that he's gotten. I mean, from Parcells, from big time guys, historically in the NFL. I think you have to take that obviously as a positive. So for me, my stance is I don't love it, I don't hate it, but I'm willing to give this a shot. Unlike, let's just say we went and hired Arthur Smith or Matt Nagy, then I would have fucking jumped ship. And so in my opinion, I think you have to look at it like, and people are saying, oh, why couldn't we give this guy an interview? Why couldn't we get this guy in the door or give him the job? There's arguments out there that I've heard that are absolutely right. It's like the Jets are the Jets. You have to take what they can take at the moment, right? I mean, it wasn't like some top-notch luxurious destination for coaches. Um, I think the Jets could potentially be an easy fix or it could be a long fix. I think Aaron Glenn's going to come in here. I think our defense will be fixed uh, quickly. I don't know what the offense is going to be. I really don't. Um, I personally want to move on from Aaron Rodgers. I apparently there's reports that Aaron Glenn wants Aaron Rodgers to come back. I don't know why. I just think the marriage is done. It was an experiment. It didn't work, and I don't know why we should
Yeah,
continue with
Joe.
that. So that's just my opinion. I think an Aaron Glenn regime and a Tyrod Taylor bridge year could get very spicy. It could get interesting. And so I would rather deviate that a little bit. And we still have that kid Jordan Travis, right? So the whole hey, we're drafting these kids and we're not even giving them playing time. Next year would be the perfect year, right? If we consider it a bridge year. If we bring back Aaron Rodgers, that means we're already putting heavy expectations into this new regime in Aaron Glenn, right? You still have Aaron Rodgers as your QB, then you want this Aaron Glenn and his staff to essentially have a winning record, if not put us in the playoffs, right? The expectations go all the way back to that. If we move on from Aaron Rodgers, I think it becomes a lot easier to manage uh, for Aaron Glenn in this new regime, right? You have Tyrod Taylor in the building. He's your starter. You got Jordan Travis behind him, or third if you decide to bring in someone else to back up Tyrod Taylor. But who's to say we can't see glimpses of Jordan Travis? Give that kid a chance. I would love to give more of a chance to Corley. Like, let's start using these kids, you know. And so that's my whole thing. So I'm in the let's give this guy a chance. He's an ex-Jets player, under the Bill Parcells tree, and if anybody with a brain is going to at least take Bill Parcells' word and say, okay, yeah, this guy's legit. So we need to give this guy a chance. I'm not going to throw stones at it just yet, but it could have been a lot worse. I'm okay. I'm fine. So
Fair enough.
June, did you
Mike,
hear him say anything about Justin Fields?
no. Mike, real quick, Mike, you're usually on the negative side, so that was good, Mike. Good stuff there.
thank you, Petey.
He was
Yeah,
talking that talk.
yeah. So, guys, in a couple of minutes, Antoine will join. We'll get his thoughts on the whole Tyron. I wonder when the press conference is going to be, etc. Listen, listen. There's nothing we could do now. The Jets never give us what we want usually, but this guy was a former Jet. He's going to fucking preach Jet. He's going to want to turn this franchise around. He's got a 5-year deal. Support him. I'm not telling people how to fan, but I'm going to support him.
I will
So,
say this: this will be the second coach that we have that actually loves the team, and the last coach that we had that loved the team, we went to the AFC Championship twice. So I'll go with that. I'll go with that. Jim, what's
Jim,
going
go
on,
ahead.
brother?
Who'd you lose
Li-
to, June?
Listen,
Son
Steelers.
of a bitch!
the,
You,
the
I'm
thing
I'm
with
sorry.
Glenn and
You-
people
uh,
bring up the comparison to Salah. Like, first of all, Salah didn't even fucking play in the NFL. And this guy was, a player and then did all the friggin' jobs, in the NFL, up to coordinator and all these things. And, to answer, I think Mike, why would he bring Rodgers back? I think he would want to bring Rodgers back because how do you go into like if you have confidence in your ability as a coach, like what are you going to tell your team? We're just going to waste the season? You can't, this isn't baseball. These guys, there's 53 guys fucking using their bodies as batting rams, getting hurt. It's a physical game. You can't just go into the season and say, "Yeah, guys, listen, we're going to suck. It's all about 2026." You don't do that. Like you want to win. You coach to win. Like,
That's right,
Herm.
Jim. Tell
So
them,
like you don't
brother.
you don't just go in and want to waste the season. You know, I don't care if you're a first time head coach. I don't care if you came from high school as a coach. You have confidence in your ability to win football games. So I'm not saying they're gonna go to the playoffs or whatever, but I'm sure his mindset is gonna be like, listen, we're gonna win games. I think the biggest thing with Rodgers, if he comes back, is selling it to Rodgers because he wants to win a
Correct.
Super Bowl, and I don't know if he can if Glenn is going to say, listen, if you're here, we're going to go to the Super Bowl. That's going to be a tough sell. But as far as being a coach, you want a quarterback that can help you win games immediately, and Rodgers can obviously do that over a rookie.
So
Or
so
if they
so,
go
so
another veteran route like a Justin Fields,
Uh,
that's
okay,
something
all
else.
right.
But if
yeah.
you
So
go
Mike,
if
That's my
if
pick.
you go
so
rookie,
Mike,
it's hard to sell your team. It's just tougher. That's all.
So so
I,
so,
I
so
get I get where you're coming from, but I mean, how can you look at this past year and say, like, with the sample size that we got from a Rodgers that played every single game, and I get it, like, our defense shat the bed this past season. I get it. But we were in close games where then you expect a guy of Aaron Rodgers' caliber to pull it out.
Well,
Denver,
I
Minnesota. So I mean, how do you I mean, like, you want to say, okay, we got to go into the season, we got to sell the team that, hey, we're going to win. Okay. But they just spent the last season with Rodgers. They went and got Rodgers his Devontae Adams. He had Garrett Wilson. It didn't work.
well,
And so
I
I
can
can't I
I
can't sit
push.
here and say Tyrod Taylor would be that much off, like that much of a downgrade. I
No,
don't think so.
I'll push back with this. If you took the stats that Rodgers had at the end of this year, and if you would say that at the beginning of the season, pick the Jets record, I doubt anybody would say 5-12. Just
Yeah,
on
no,
his stats alone. So
absolutely. I mean, there's a crazy stat like where they compared us to the Chiefs, where it was like the Chiefs basically didn't have a game of over 30 points, and we had multiple, and we had like the complete opposite
yeah.
record.
Now again,
So,
there were games that Rodgers didn't play well. 100% fair. But again, the defense sucked. The kicker missed, blew 2 to 3 games just on himself. So I think that's the thing. If you take this just stat wise, the Rodgers didn't play bad. Again, I think it's more of a sell on Rodgers to kind of stay here because he's chasing a ring before he's done. And that's I mean, listen, if he
but
that's a
okay.
tougher
So
sell.
let me let
That's
me
a
let
tougher
me
sell.
let me spin it this way. Let me spin it this way. Let me spin it this way. So before Rodgers, we had arguably the worst quarterback in the fucking millennium.
Yep.
Okay, in Zach Wilson. You got a bunch of guys, especially the guys on offense that had to work with that kid. Also had to work with fucking the OC, Nate, whatever's
Hackett.
just Nate Hackett, right? Right?
Yep.
Just putrid shit to work with, right? So now all of a sudden you have them jump to Rodgers, and as they put it, the cannons, whatever the fuck, like his complicated system, and now Rodgers is running it, right? So now you're yin yanging these guys back and forth, particularly Garrett Wilson, right?
Hmm.
What if I spin it like this? What if it's like, hey, Aaron Glenn comes in, and I mentioned this in a space earlier. I think this guy has like some soothing power. I think Glenn kind of can hone in and bring everybody together. But he's like, hey, you know what? These past couple of years has been tough on all of you guys, but especially the offense. The expectation has been through the roof, right? You have Aaron Rodgers as your quarterback. You got to win fucking games. You got to go to the playoffs. That's what the fan base is expecting. That's what the media is expecting. That's what everybody's
Yep.
expecting, right? It's an immense
Mike,
amount of pressure.
Mike, can I just, let me just stop you right there. Hold that thought. I have Antoine in here from the Daily News. Antoine, good morning. Thanks for
Hey,
joining
how you
us. How
doing?
you doing? Good, man. Good. Just Antoine, I know we'll close at 10 o'clock. You got 15 minutes. Thanks for always giving us your time. You're awesome with that. Give me your thoughts on the Glenn thing. As this just unfolded
You
yesterday.
mean just the hiring in general?
Yep.
I
Yeah,
mean,
because I know you supported it. I'm not mad about it, like a lot of Jet fans. And he's a Jet, Antoine. What better story can you write with a former Jet player being a head coach of our team?
yeah, I understand the hesitation because I think a lot of people wanted like an offensive coach because that's how they've been doing it. Whether you talk about Todd Bowles or obviously Robert Sala or even before that, Rex Ryan, and you had Adam Gase in the middle of, Bowles and Sala. But, I think, you're trying to pick the right CEO for an organization. You're not picking a guy that's just going to control the offense or just the offensive mind. That's why I think, it is at least on paper, because I don't know how this is going to work out. I don't think anybody does. But on paper, I think it's the right move there. I mean, everything I've heard just talking with people in Detroit, whether it be, former players or also in addition to, some of the, beat writers there, that Aaron Glenn is I want to, a character builder. Like he changes the culture of an organization. Him and Dan Campbell along with Ben Johnson, really have you know, made the Detroit Lions what they are right now. And I know they lost on Saturday night, and I know it wasn't pretty offense. A lot of people want to put the blame on Aaron Glenn's defense, but the offense also had a hand in that. I mean, Jared Goff had 4 or 5 turnovers, so it wasn't just the defense that was bad; it was the offense too. Although, I mean, I know they scored an abundance of points, but yeah, from what I understand, that yeah, you're getting a guy that's really a culture changer, and that's exactly what the Jets need.
Antoine, do you think Glenn will address the whole Aaron Rodgers situation during the press conference and let? Do you think they're going to come out with their plan right
No,
away, or
no,
are they
no,
okay?
because I mean, I don't think they know. I mean, they don't have a general manager at the moment, so well, they might by the time they have the press conference. So we'll see how that goes. But even then, like, no, I don't expect them to, because I expect they want to talk to Aaron. They want to formulate a plan there and just see like if they do in fact want to keep him. And it's cap ramifications in that too. It's not just and also Aaron has to want to play. Like, a lot of people are just forgetting that. Everybody's just assuming he wants to play in 25. He clearly said he doesn't know. So you also have to factor that in too.
That's fair. Antoine, do you know when the press conference is yet? Did they
No, they
announce
have
it?
Tomorrow.
not. They have not. So we'll see. We'll see.
Okay. Do you think Glenn wants Rodgers back?
You're putting word. I have no idea.
No, I'm asking. Do you no? Do you think he wants him? Like your opinion? Do you think he wants him to come back and play this year?
I'm not going to say one way or the other. What I will say is, because I know what
All
you're
right.
trying to get me to do, but
Yeah.
I'm not doing it.
No,
I'm smarter
Yes,
I'm
than
he
that.
not.
is.
I'm not.
Yes,
I'm
he is,
smarter than
Ant.
that.
No,
You already
but
know,
So
Ant.
all right,
You already know, Ant.
I'm smarter than that. So
Antoine.
what I
And,
will say is this. Like, I've been
man, I'm
consistent
not
with this.
baiting you,
I've
man.
said most likely I don't think Aaron Rodgers is coming back. So, but that's not 100% at all. But
he-
so
the,
I'll
All right.
maintain that opinion.
the tears is rolling down his cheek right now as you speak. Go ahead, continue.
Well, no, I've been an advocate. I want Antoine. I try not to do that to you. I wouldn't do that to you, brother. I'm just asking you your honest opinion. Okay, and you've been consistent. You said 15% in the
Yeah,
off
15,
season
20.
since the
Yeah,
season ended.
15, 20. So yeah, I
So
think it's
you,
around that.
I think you're still. I still think you're on that track. So I respect
Yeah, I
it.
mean, I know
I
people want
wouldn't
him to come
mind
back simply
if he's back.
because they don't want to go through a tough situation in 25. But that can't be the only reason you want him to come back. Why, to just
Thank
make the
you.
playoffs and get knocked out in the first
Th-
round? Like,
that-
this is about long
Ooh.
term, try to stabilize an organization so they can win in the long term, not
Thank
the
you,
short
Ant.
term. This is
Thank you,
not
Ant.
like just to appease you to make the playoffs and get your ass kicked in the first round. Like, no,
Ooh,
that's not helping anybody. Like,
cook. Go ahead and cook.
you're trying to win a championship, and you need to
Yes.
do whatever it takes to get there. And I'm not saying,
Yeah.
again, like, I'm not blaming Aaron. I'm not putting the blame on anybody. What I will say is this: the last 2 years clearly didn't work, and it's a lot of different reasons for that. But and now it's time to try something new. Now they may decide they want to keep Aaron, and that's totally fine. That's up to them. But I think they're bringing Glenn in so the Jets as an organization, something they haven't done in a long time, can win not just for year for 1 year, but win just multiple years and maintain that excellence.
Yeah. Now, Antoine, they gave him a 5-year deal. So to me, I mean, just say they. All right. I'm not asking you. Just hypothetically, because we do this a lot in the space. They bring back Rodgers. Do you think that accelerates and test Woody's patience down the road? Like, I don't think they're going to fire him after 2 years.
No,
But there's fans saying, "Oh, look," and who cares? But they're like, "We're going to have a new coach in 27," which I don't think is true.
unless something like I mean, Adam Gates got fired after 2 years. Unless something just goes drastically wrong, probably not. You never know, but I would think to venture that a 5-year deal would signal that, okay, this is not gonna be a short term fix. So they want to make sure he has that level of security. And the reason I mean, he has power obviously in that organization. They view him very highly. That's why you give somebody like that a 5-year deal and get them that security.
Fair enough. Antoine, who were they bringing in today for a second interview for GM again? The Bengals guy and who else?
I see you're
You,
really paying
you,
attention to the news there, PD.
you,
Uh,
I,
I'm just giving you a hard.
I forgot
I'm
the
just
name.
giving you a hard
I'm
time. Darren
man,
Mobley and
Antoine, you've been tough on me late. You've been tough on me today,
And
man.
he's trying to win the most games he possibly can. I don't understand that.
Darren Mowgli, who's the assistant GM of the Broncos, and then Bengals senior personnel executive Trey Brown.
Antoine is on the he's on the
Am I?
34th team, Petey. You want to understand?
Yeah, Antoine. Am I allowed to ask you who do you think they're going to hire?
I, I have no idea, but it's probably be either one of those guys. I would imagine. Newmark there, he still is a candidate there, but obviously they wanted to do second interviews with some other people they liked. I wouldn't be surprised if one of those guys were, possibly announced, by the end of the day or at least maybe tomorrow, as far as GM there, because they want to definitely close this out sooner rather than later. Now that you have your head coach in order.
All right, fair enough. June, you got anything? I'm going to go
Yes,
on mute.
sir. And great to have you as always, brother. You know that's always a pleasure.
Hey, I have a question
Quick
for Ant
question.
though, if that's all right.
Wait.
Wait,
Hold
hold
on one
on.
second.
June's talking, Mike. Hold on. I don't know if you can hear him.
And
Yeah.
now, beginning this week, am I correct when the organization told everybody that they're done with interviews and it would look like it was going to be Lance Newmark, and then I guess something went wrong, or I
No,
mean,
not necessarily. No, it just they wanted to talk to some other people. So it wasn't necessarily anything went wrong. It's just they just wanted to have second interviews with just more than one person.
okay. Now, my next question to you is, 'cause we're having this debate here. And you know how I feel about trades, so I got to bring it up because if PD could bringing back Rogers, I could bring up what I want to do. What do you What do you think? I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. We have 28 free agents, right? Tw- 20
Yeah,
is
27, 28. Yeah, somewhere around there. Yes,
28 free agents. We have $20 million of cap money,
correct.
and we have 7 draft picks.
Yes,
And the only way to sit there, I mean, because you got easily you got 11 starters, or 10 to 11 starters. So that's 4 on defense. I mean, 4 on offense and about 6 on defense. That's
you
not
mean
coming back.
you mean as free agents? So
Yes,
I have to look at that. Well, DJ Reed for sure. DJ Reed.
right.
You look at well,
Both safeties.
Jamie Sherwood is a
Yes,
free agent. I don't know if he'll come back or not. And also keep in mind, Jeff Ulbrich is the DC in Atlanta, and they could
yes,
definitely need some
yes,
linebacker help. So there's
yes.
also something to keep in mind.
I didn't even think about that part right there. You're absolutely right. So with that being said, the only way to get the only way to sit there and fill these spots is to make a trade. Am I right? I mean, you can't do it. You only got 7 picks
No, I
and
mean
$20 million.
you can get creative cap space wise. Like they're gonna release some people, which will help their cap situation there. I don't think CJ Moses is gonna come back. I'm sure it's gonna be some other veterans that also don't come back too. That's what I'm saying. Like this might be a year where you just have to take it on the chin, and
Right.
you may not be good because you
Thank you.
clearly don't have the cap space, although you can
Thank
create
you.
it. But fans they don't like a lot of fans don't care about that.
I
They
see
want to
that.
win. But having kicking the can down the road has ramifications. If you
Petey.
look at the Saints and look at
Thank
what they're
you.
going to right now, you don't want to be in that situation. So the best thing for what I would do, I would just take it on the chin in 25. And then
This is beautiful.
that way in 26 you could have a lot of money like a la like what the Patriots have currently
Right.
where they have
Right.
$131 million to spend in free agency. That's what I would do. But sorry, like I don't know what's your question real quick
No, no, no,
though.
no, 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 no. Everything that you just said is what I've been saying. So, once again, anytime you come on, brother, you're like the voice of reason. I'm just a dude on Twitter who speaks my mind, who people don't really agree with. But when you come in
Well,
and
people
and
don't
and,
agree with
and
me either, but you
you know,
know.
me and you go back and forth. You already know what we do. But I love when they hear it from you, because then their eyes get watery and they just don't want to hear it. I love it. Thanks, Ed. Now we can get to the hands.
What, Antoine? If you can notice, I'm not trying to get you involved. June and I have been going at this for
No,
months.
I'm just giving you a hard time, but
No, I know you, Antoine. This
But
is
he's
good, though. I
right.
appreciate. So you don't think it's for sure that Sherwood will be back?
do I think it's for sure? No. He's a
Yeah,
free agent.
yeah.
No, I don't. I mean,
And I think that's a huge
yeah,
loss.
or
I
it would
mean,
be. I'm not saying he won't be back. I'm just saying
right.
it's not it's
That's
not a
fair.
slam dunk. Like certainly,
Okay.
I think it's going to be other teams, especially the year that he had, is going to want to offer him a lot of money. I don't know how much money,
Yep.
but it might be more than what the Jets, willing to offer. And anytime you got a new regime in there, you also have to think about, what does Aaron Glenn want? Is he a fan of Jamin Sherwood? I don't necessarily know the answer to that. So we'll have to see, who he's a fan of, who he wants to keep, and how much money they'll be able to, possibly give him.
All right. There's three hands. We're going to get Antoine out of here really quick because I got to close soon, guys. Mike, go ahead. Just guys, be quick.
Mike?
Mike,
Hey
All
Antoine,
right.
how you doing today?
Oh, okay. How you doing? What's up?
I'm good. Obviously, just out of curiosity, and it could be spitballing right now, but if you had to say we are the seventh pick in the draft, who do you think they're going after?
It depends on who's on the board. Like if like
Let's
I
let's
once at
say
one
let's
point in
say
time I
Mace
thought,
let's say Mason Graham and Jalen Milrow are there. Who do you
well,
think they?
Jalen, hell nah, Jalen will nah, absolutely not,
You don't think Milrow's going to
absolutely
be there?
not.
I think, wait, Mike, I think Jeff fans would have epic meltdowns if they
Not at
took
seven.
Milru at
Not at
7.
seven. If you want to maybe trade back in the first or possibly the second round, I might entertain it. But the seven, no, absolutely not. Like that is way too high to take Miro, who has a lot of questions coming out. So nah, it would be Will Johnson, who's also in Michigan. The Jets need another corner.
Right.
Opposite Sauce Gardner, so that'd be something I would look at. If Mason Graham is on the board, that would also be somebody I would look at. Mason Graham might not be there. So
Now, apparently, everybody, Daniel Jeremiah just tweeted it earlier today that this draft is completely stacked with defensive linemen.
and
So,
defense in general, I like the
yeah.
defense in general. I like the linebackers. I like the D tackles. I like some of the corners. So the safeties are good. So I like it. I like that. A
Uh,
lot of people just
well,
look at
that's
it
good
as
for
a
us.
bad quarter. It's a bad quarterback draft, but I think it's a lot of talent there.
Yeah. All right. Thank you.
All right,
Yeah.
Mike. Thanks, Mike. JD, go ahead, and then Office.
Good morning,
What's up,
Antoine.
JD?
Hey, how you doing?
Have you heard, or do you think that the Jets will hire a director of football operations also, other than just a GM?
It does not seem like that's in the cards. So I know a lot of people have been asking that, but yeah, this doesn't seem like that's in their plans right now. So they're just gonna seem like they're gonna have a traditional GM and a coach role.
Antoine, this is just speculation, but do you think it's going to go back to the old structure with Woody, or it's going to be GM, coach, report? Because it seems like Glenn had a lot to say in the New Orleans thing, and he didn't want the moving on from the G. I don't know if you heard
I don't
that or
know. I
saw
don't know
that.
if that's true or not. Honestly, like I've heard, conflicted things. I've heard, so I don't know if that's true or not. And I've heard it from other people. So, but I think the only I saw. I know the tweet you're referring to, but that's the only person I've heard it from. So, and I've asked a
Okay,
few people as far as New Orleans, as far as some of the writers, and they hadn't heard that either. So, I'm not saying it's not true. I'm just saying that that's not nothing that I don't think a lot of other people have heard
fair
with it.
enough.
They cover the
Off,
organization.
off. Okay, Office, go ahead.
Morning, my man. So would you agree or disagree that this is the perfect storm for the perfect recipe to take this team from basically last to first or playoff worthy? Because it looks like they're going to end up being a playoff worthy team. I think it's the perfect storm for them to just rebirth everything.
I think they could eventually. I mean, you gotta find that quarterback because especially if you're in the AFC, I mean, you're dealing with a lot of killers that you have to get through just to make the playoffs. And then once you're in the playoffs, I mean, you got Mahomes, you got Allen, you got Lamar Jackson, CJ Stroud is also coming of age as well. So you definitely got to have a quarterback. If you don't, then it's kind of like going into a gunfight with a water pistol. Like, you're not going to survive. So that's first and foremost. But yeah, I think the Jets have a good nucleus where they could eventually get to that point there. They just got to make sure. Obviously, it's just about picking the right people there. I think Aaron Glenn is a good guy that has been in organizations where they've turned it around, several organizations, and I think that's good to have a guy like that that's been in different buildings and seen it from different coaches and been under Bill Parcells and Sean Payton. So yeah, I definitely think it could be a turning point within the organization. But yeah, we'll have to see. But I definitely think having a guy like that that has been in those multiple buildings and been a in charge of a few like help with a few turnarounds, I definitely think it's a good benefit.
And Sack, do you have anything? And then June, and then we'll get Antoine out of here. Sack, do you have anything?
No, I was just, no, not really. I was just enjoying listening in as always. And Antoine, what's up?
Hey, how you
June,
doing?
My guy, what's up,
you
brother?
know, what's up? No, this is a great space, and sometimes I just like to listen to everybody's opinion.
Yeah.
And I have been on the fence about Glenn. Antoine knows, you all know. And after last night, when we got to talk to a couple of his ex teammates, I'm a little bit more, and it's not just the teammates themselves. You guys too have made me warm up to it. So I respect you guys'
Yeah.
opinion, and I'll just
And,
continue to listen.
yeah. Yeah, Antoine. Real quick, Victor Green and Ray Mickens raved
Yeah,
about him.
I saw that.
I know a lot of the players, former players, have too, but even Samini said he spoke to Parcells
Correct.
about it, and he was really happy about it.
Yeah,
So that's a good sign.
yeah. I mean, that's his
June, do
former
you have any?
player, so yeah, definitely for sure.
Yeah. June, do you have anything?
Yeah,
And then I'll close it out.
yeah, and real quick, who are some of the now? Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure it's a lot of speculation who the OC is, but who are some real candidates who could be the OC?
If you look at it, I mean, a lot of people have looked at to, Mark Brunell, who's obviously worked in, the Jets organization as well. So that, I mean, and not worked in, but Lions, excuse me, Lions organization. He's their quarterback coach. So that's somebody to look at as well. In terms of other guys like Nick Caley, also a top target, candidate as well. So those would be the guys that I would probably potentially look at as OC, although it's still kind of early. I mean, Aaron Glenn just, got named the coach yesterday. But yeah, those are guys that, at least early on, that from what I'm hearing, like those are possibilities.
All right, thanks, Ed.
Yeah.
Appreciate you, brother.
Josh, go ahead real quick, and then I'm gonna wrap this up. Go ahead, Josh.
Shade.
Josh.
Josh,
Yeah, that's Josh. Yeah, yeah, I know. I know the code names, Antoine, behind the fake names.
like going once,
Shade, got Shade.
going once, going
Shade.
twice.
There
Sorry,
he is.
sorry about that. Sorry about that,
Okay.
guys.
Oh, yeah, you just got in at the
Uh,
buzzer.
yeah, right in the nick of time. Basically, you kind of already answered my questions, but I'll take a little step forward. Uh, what do you hear about any restructuring in the front office, like letting go of any people that have been here way too long?
Anybody like specifically, or just anybody in general?
Like for example, like Phil Savage, or just in general, like people that you hear might be on the way out.
I mean, anytime you have a new regime come in, like you're gonna have people, it's gonna be some changes over. So I don't know exactly what it'll entail at the moment. Phil Savage is the interim GM. I don't know if he will continue to stick on or not. That's something that we have to ask. And we hadn't really talked to Woody. So until we have a conversation, well, I haven't talked to Woody because he doesn't, he only talks to the post. But you know, but that's something we'll have to ask him and, try to get some clarity on that.
Yeah, I was gonna ask that, Antoine. Do you think Woody's gonna address some things during this press conference, or he's just gonna, introduce the GM and Glenn and let them do all of it?
Who the hell knows? So I mean, we hadn't been able to talk to Woody other than Rich asking him the question after the season was over. So it's whatever the Jets want to do. So I mean, they didn't put him out there, to begin with. So not for us. So hopefully, I imagine so, because they know we've been upset about that. So we'll see how it goes. But I don't know. I don't know. I'm not gonna speculate what they're gonna do. So we'll see. Well, hopefully, he does speak to us because we definitely have a lot of questions, whether it be, in regards to this and some other things too as well.
The press conference should be
Fair enough.
tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, we'll see. It has not been finalized, but we'll see. Like it depend. Like, it's going to depend on just a few things, but nothing has been finalized. But that's a potential. That's potentially could happen tomorrow. Yes.
All right, Antoine, thank you. I got some other questions I'll save for down the road.
All
Appreciate
right,
you
then y'all.
joining.
Y'all take it easy.
Yep.
Appreciate you. You always make me right. Thank you, brother.
Oh, gosh.
All right, y'all take it easy.
Have a good day. All right, guys. Antoine from the Daily News. Uh, Tomorrow, the Detroit beat writer will be on to talk about Aaron Glenn. Zach, good job. Awesome job last night with, the guests and the former players.
Thank you,
And
sir.
I see Brittany's in here. Tom Ford, Dan Moscow, Nikki, Alex, Sad Jet, Mike Ferrero, Nelson. I am Smitty, Eagle
Ben, where you
fan.
been? Ben, where you been, brother? Haven't heard from Ben in a minute.
Smitty, good luck this weekend, even though I hate the Eagles. Go Jets. Aaron Glenn's here. Have a great day, and we'll see you tomorrow, guys. June, as always, thank you. Mark, Zach, have a good day. Jarek, Office, JB, Josh, Mike, Hector. Be well, guys.
And closing words. Tear it down. Jarek, where you at?
No.
Tear it.